Hey, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Army Overlord, and welcome to the Darkstar Gaming League Week 2 between Anubis and Resurge. Joining me happens to be the same guy that I got for Week 1 on Monday. You know him, you love him, you wish to be a part of his organization, whatever organization that is. The man, the myth himself, go ahead.
It's your boy, Sonic Abs, coming in hot.
Sonic Abs coming in hot! But I guess we're just about ready to go and get this underway here. Folks, I'm so happy, so glad to be back into the action yet again here. And none other person to be a part with right now than Sonic Abs, no less. Sonic, you're kind of running at the last second too, I gotta mention. Thanks for joining me so quickly.
I got you, fam. We brothers in arms.
You know, man, I gotta mention as well, some of the audience quite missing your mother, in fact. Will we be hearing any of that conversation ever again?
I don't know. It all depends on if there's a game on and she's on the phone.
Alright. Well, hopefully we can get this match started and going immediately. But until then, we'll just have to wait and see. Let's hope our queue is going to come in momentarily. We have Grom, which I heard he's your new favorite top laner, bud, right? You like Grom?
Yeah, he's my tree brother.
Tree brother. I'm so excited for that. And we got the legendary jungler Hottie Williams as well. I played I think I didn't get a chance to play with him, but I did get a chance to play with Veigar One Trick, and my goodness, his mid laning, whew, very dangerous. Very dangerous.
Yeah, but he unleashed his secret, so we all know that he's not actually the Veigar One Trick.
Indeed. Not to mention, we also have Camsterdam, who is also going to try to continue his streak as well. That is the full lineup of their team. But not to mention, Anubis is coming around here with a brand new squad, hoping that this is going to be a much different game. Anyway, Ninja King, I just want to let you be aware of, my friend, that is actually a mistype. It's not exactly what you think it is. It's actually it's actually a completely different thing in particular. I just cannot recall what it is.
It's your 3v3 ranked when Army looked at it earlier.
Yeah, 3v3 ranked. Yes, thank you. Thank you for the reminder. Ninja King is going to be taking a ban off due to the fact that Anubis is using a sub that has not been established on the roster. Hope everybody is okay with that, because if not, it's going to be a little bit of a bummer for you, because Anubis is going to have to figure out some way to make that work for themselves. In any case here, folks, we're hoping for another great matchup here. Resurge in the last bout had a good run for their money in the game, but managed to come out with good teamwork and coordination.
Let me at 'em.
I'm hoping this time they've improved on that teamwork and coordination, because we might be seeing a pretty tightly contested matchup.
They banned the tree!
Oh man, your tree buddy! Not your tree buddy! Anything!
Well, no, I think that is Grom's best champion, so I would expect them to ban that against him. I would expect them to ban it against him.
Yeah, I guess so too. That's a shame. But in any case, Ninja King is now on the next bannable option here after Zed has been banned by Grom himself, as the Veigar One Trick has once again been banned away from this Veigar. You know, honestly, I played an in-house with Veigar One Trick, and I know for a fact that he doesn't really care that much about Veigar. But, you know, it's always a good option to make sure you get rid of Veigar every single time. You don't want a One Trick to get their main champion, especially if it's mid lane. Carries are very important and valuable. But in any case,
I feel like they're gonna first pick Gnar right here.
I would imagine this, but honestly, not 100% sure. The seconds left. No time left. Ninja King's got to pick something. Wow, that just extended long enough for him to get the Yasuo pick.
Now that's interesting, because that could be a flex pick in the top or mid lane, and I could see them trying to deny the Gnar pick at this point, because Yasuo into Gnar, that's a hard matchup for the Gnar.
Oh yeah.
So you basically take away one of the best engage tank damage champions there are in the top lane. So what could counteract Yasuo in the top lane?
You know, there are a couple of options that could do so, but in case anybody was curious, they decided that Yasuo must be playing mid. They take the Orianna to get Veigar, one of his main champions, as well as they secure Sejuani to secure for Hottie Williams. So now they've got their mid laner and jungler right now. Anubis has got to play their hand next. They don't want to secure the bot lane yet. That is quite interesting.
Well, they haven't seen anything from the side of Resurge, so I think they want to try to get the bot lane the best chance possible, because they just opened up their mid laner. So I mean, they could actually counterpick for mid lane right now if they want to keep bot lane, or to give bot lane that benefit of the doubt of hopefully getting the best matchup they can.
Well, Zedology 101 here is still debating what he wants to take, support or a mid laner, or possibly other options, but it looks like he will secure the Malzahar. So that means Yasuo is top lane. Now we have understanding. Grom can now take some champions to go up against this Yasuo. You know, Yasuo has been a little up and a little down, but I've been understanding a little bit more about him every day. And the thing is, I think the way to beat Yasuo is to just know how to handle positioning and everything. Because the Yasuo essentially is a champion that only wins if you aren't as good as you think you are.
Yeah. And it looks like they're gonna pick the J4 into him, which, in my opinion, as you said, it's basically on skill, but I feel like the J4 has the better matchup at the early game, because he has more base damage early on. But as soon as it starts to drift to about 25 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, maybe a little bit before that, when that Yasuo has at least 2 items complete, that Jarvan's just gonna have to run away from him.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed. The truth is, though, let's not take this completely out of context. Sejuani could still be sent topside, and Sejuani can do a real lot of damage to a Yasuo. Her Sejuani's W, I believe, can go through the wind wall because it's just not a projectile. It's just a regular ability. So I think she could apply the stack. Yeah, I think she could apply the stack on a Yasuo. So that could work. J4 could be the jungle, but that's all depending on what's going to happen momentarily. The bot lanes have been banned out here. It looks like the focus seems to be Morgana and Sona here, trying to prevent any of those things. But on the opposing side for Anubis, they're trying to get rid of AD carries. They get rid of Tristana.
I can see them picking Twitch right here, because they banned all the matchups that Twitch is bad against. They banned Caitlyn and Tristana on the side of Anubis, and Twitch struggles in those types of matchups when it's like a good single target ADC. But instead they go with the support instead of picking Twitch. I feel like if they would pick Twitch right there.
In the clip video, I was talking about a different champion from Overwatch when I was saying Zarya, but this time it's Zyra. I got it right this time. You can't make fun of me. I got it right. You're all right? Am I good?
I'm not making fun of you. You're talking to the chat on that one.
I saw the clip, and you were correcting me. I was there.
But I did it one time and one time only, and you said, "Oh."
All right. Fair enough. Kog'Maw secured, but they don't really have that much of a wall for him. It's
that's what I was thinking.
For them to get through. Anubis might be thinking that they are a little tankier. Oh my goodness, they even take a Nami. That is a very interesting team Anubis is going with here.
Yeah, and I feel like that's a poor choice for ADC. I feel like if they would have picked Twitch, that would have been better, because they have crazy single target lockdown. And that Twitch is able to just kill something faster than the Kog'Maw can early on. Now, once the Kog'Maw gets 6 items, or 5 items in boots,
right,
Kog'Maw's just going to kill faster than the Twitch can. But the question is, can you make it into that type of late game when you have a Sejuani or Orianna and a J4 on the other team?
Yeah, my concerns right now are how the team fight's going to go. They don't have a wall of CC. They are really forcing like a single target to be locked down, which seems to be the plan. They have the classic combination of the Vi ultimate, Yasuo ultimate, and the Malzahar ultimate that can just prevent a person from moving for a very, very long time. But truthfully, I don't know what kind of team that they're looking at here. Is this a catch comp? Do you think this is a catch comp of some sort? For the Yasuo, Vi, Malzahar, some sort of catch comp?
It seems like a catch comp, but in my opinion, if you're gonna run a catch comp, you're gonna want, like, for your support, you want something like a Leona or like an Alistar who's gonna get in there and CC that person for a second. And for your ADC, you need someone with like massively long range, like a Caitlyn or a Twitch. That way they can hit from a distance. Well, Kog'Maw also has far range when he activates his W. So they can hit from a distance and stay safe away from the actual team fighting part.
Yeah.
That way they can kill the person, then hurry up and get out. And I gotta step away for a second because my dog's gotta go outside.
Alright, fair enough. I'll hold down the ship until you get back here. A bit of a classic throw our bodies at them and beat them strategy versus the pick and catch comp. It's definitely going to take a lot of teamwork and coordination for both sides here. And for Resurge, honestly, they do happen to have the better type of comp. They can just press a button, they go right in, they make that type of engage, they can run down their opponents, use their damage to overwhelm them. And in a sense, probably make some good, strong catches onto Kog'Maw here. Nami, of all people, is definitely the type of champion that does a very similar style with the type of engages in that certain regard. But truly, it is a very bizarre team that these guys are going on with. And I honestly was kind of expecting maybe a Braum to go with this one, you know, like something that could possibly give Kog'Maw an extra shield of protection. But this Nami Piggy's definitely got a strategy that I'm very unaware of. But for the most part, I'm hoping for a good matchup between these two teams. I'm hoping that their aggressive style can really swing the game into their favor. Wouldn't be a fun match if we couldn't get some good matches going. So let's hope for the best for both teams. About less than a minute left to go.
Anubis could still be stuck in the Arden Sensor meta, which isn't dead, but in my personal opinion, I may have preached this in the last game. Yeah, I feel like engage supports are going to be the next big thing again, and they're just going to be all out. We're going to team fight the whole time.
Oh yeah.
And then stuff like Zyra and Malzahar support are going to come back from this because they're basically good counters against engage support.
Oh yes, agreed.
Because they're
only mere seconds away from the very first match of week 2. Oh, I got a little out of myself. Of week 2, and I am hoping Resurge has shown a little bit of improvement from last week, and for Anubis' sake as well. Let's hope they can avoid another fast ending. I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen this time, but you never know, folks. You never know.
I'm pretty sure Resurge learned from their last week that they shouldn't underestimate any team. Because when you underestimate a team, that puts yourself into, you're way too confident, then you start to make dumb decisions. Like you're going to be way too risky in lane, or you're going to have your jungler is just going to go invade, and then he's caught out within seconds because they know he's there. So you just gotta go back and watch the footage on. We were just basically being too confident the whole time, and that's why the series. Well, not we, but them. I meant to say them.
Okay. I got you. I understand.
I still think it's funny though. You got Grom over there, man. My poor buddy Grom with the silver border, then everyone else is platinum.
Well,
okay,
man,
my boy Grom.
I believe in Grom, and I believe in everybody who believes in Grom, as we will finally get into our Resurge versus Anubis match right now. The second's finally taken off, and let's see how the early game begins for both sides.
Let's
So
go.
I never got to do any chanting of Anubis yet. I've done Resurge. RSG is what I said before, but I've never done Anubis. So they're both 3. So
ladies and gentlemen, just let you know, I told him to say that.
Okay. Well,
Just had to point that out.
RSG. See, there's that one. It just kind of goes right off the beat. But Anubis.
What you can do
like,
with Anubis is I can't remember the name of the team in college football, but you go Anubis, something like that.
All right. If I see any of those, if I see anybody dropping the RSG into the chat, there it is, right off the bat. RSG, RSG. I will chant that team name to make sure that the spirit, the energy, travels into the game itself, and we'll see if that can continue the motivation of their team. Maybe maybe everything I say might not even apply, but I believe in the hype that you guys funnel into the chat room. So please give me every single belief in their teams. Here we go. Anubis! Like that? What do you think?
Yeah.
Anubis! Casey Anthony? Who's Casey Anthony? Casey B.
What I want to know is, as they're just
B.
starting
Arthur.
doing the usual starts, how did Resurge get this random ward right here next to the Raptors? I didn't even notice that they had walked up that far into the jungle and were unspotted.
It's a very good ward. They now know and are very aware of where their opponent is heading, already pinging it out, so they know Vi is on the pathway to getting into the blue side of her jungle. They're going to go ahead and notice this, so that means J4's got to be extra careful. Hopefully Grom's going to be extremely careful on that regard. But anyway, we got another Anubis. Anubis!
Yeah. Even though I got to cheer for my boy Grom.
Got to cheer for your boy Grom every time. But of course, we're all the most unbiased of casters here in this side of Dark Star Gaming. We all believe everybody can give their best efforts. There is no winner. There is no better. There is just win.
If you ain't first, you're last.
But if you ain't last, you're first?
First. I feel like Vi's gonna come get. What is Vi gonna try to set up for an in-game link on in-lane gank?
In fact, that seems exactly what he wants to do.
That's
here.
gonna be interesting to see.
Pressure
That's,
on each side still seems to be coming through. Is that all?
Oh, he walked too forward.
Yep.
He was already seen. The cannon minion was too far up. J4 hasn't even attempted to walk back up to try to get that.
And Grom at this point will definitely, most likely, either not predict this or be completely prepared. Looks like he was unprepared. Grom gets hit by a little bit of the Q damage, but no immediate follow-up by the Yasuo. Lack of preparation there. You know,
Sejuani is here, though, to help out.
Yeah, that definitely needed, Yasuo needed to get the Hurricane up first before you just charge in there like that. That's unfortunate that the follow-up didn't work very well.
They did deny him about 8 or 9 CS, though. So yeah, that would be the plus side.
Anyway, Lloyd is in the chat right now. Very interesting. People are asking what's going on with Lloyd, but it looks like he's here.
Yeah, he just said something. That's my team.
The Kog'Maw farming seems to be slightly behind, but it does not seem to be completely out of range here. Kog'Maw is still a devastatingly strong late-game champion. I have seen him being a little bit hindered in some fights by the Stoneborn plate, the very thing that he is designed to do extra health percentage damage. But apparently if you have so much health that not even the percentage of health damage makes it easier for a Kog'Maw to do enough damage to burst the tank. But I don't think it's going to come to that. I don't think the Stoneborn plate should be played here. Anyway, Yasuo does get some company coming in here. That's going to be a stun lockdown, and it's going over to your boy Grom.
It's your boy.
I feel like Grom was going to say Grom. What? But he doesn't. He never finished his. He never finished his name. So I guess he's just Grom.
It's just Grom. I think it's from a movie.
No, that's Groot. That's what you
think. Yeah.
Groot. I am Groot. That's.
You mean Groot?
Groot. Yeah, Groot. I thought it was a. I thought it was a D. He's Groot. Yeah, you're right.
But
Can
Yasuo.
you dig it? Suck
No.
up!
Why?
I don't know, that's where I was going this. We got another Anubis! Anubis!
Can you dig it? Why did who says that?
Can you dig it? Oh, Booker T.
Yeah.
But also it's the tree bit. Twixter, well timed on the spell shield's going to continue that onslaught onto ultraviolet snacks. Ultraviolet snacks? Have you ever tried an ultraviolet snack? It just sounds like that's not
No.
a candy. Is it a candy? You think that's a candy?
I don't know. Where did ultraviolet snacks come from? Oh, that's his name.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, whoops. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I just had a dumb mistake. I didn't even notice his name said that.
Looks like the root has missed ever so slightly. Ultraviolet snack taking some Thunderlord damage. The pressure is still being played, but Twixter now completely out of mana after all of that pressure. So it looks like Kog'Maw should not have too much to worry about unless some mistakes might be made. Twixter is going to finally get a gank to come in there. He's waiting for the punch. Just as the spell shield goes away, he gets punched right into the side, but immediately he gets right out of there with the flash, and that is going to be a safe Sivir. Kai'Bi, honestly, really good job. Like, SKT Tier 1 Kai'Bi, Kael'Bi. Kai'Bi? Is that a capitalized I? I can't tell.
It's a lowercase I, but it's Kalbi.
No, yeah, I think the L might be a uppercase I, though. You know, like some people like to uppercase some random stuff, like Grom.
What if it's an uppercase I? It has it has one line above it like a T, and then one on the bottom of it.
Oh my goodness, you might be right. Anyway, moving on with the 1 kill lead, they have 1,000 gold lead. Let's go ahead and take a look at who's ahead of whom right now. It looks like J4, despite with the kill lead, happens to have a little bit over a 300 gold lead against his Yasuo opponent. Right now, the Sejuani happens to be ahead of the Vi at this point here with that 300 gold lead, thanks to those camps that Sejuani has been taking. Less jungle ganks can lead to more ganks in the future.
Yeah,
but, I mean, you only did one. To Vi's
yeah,
two attempts failed.
Vi is trying to create more ganks. The only problem is that they haven't turned into any kills. That's the issue.
Yeah, you're
like
right.
if they would have gotten 1 or 2 kills at some point in those early ganks, then that would have set Anubis up for like just straight up domination, especially with Yasuo. If they would have gotten a kill early on with Yasuo, that could have just snowballed out of control.
But unfortunately, lack of coordination, I would say, or perhaps in this case, lack of efficiency in the gank and well positioning by Grom allowed Vi to not be able to get any of the ganks to work so far. Anyway, Piggy almost goes down to the burst damage. Ignite used as well. Piggy is almost going to go down. Uses the heal to keep Piggy okay. Actually, never mind. Kog'Maw used his own heal to make sure Piggy wasn't going to die to that ignite.
Yeah, Piggy has exhaust.
Yes, I meant to say Piggy's got the W that heals.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Anyway, the double poison proccing is actually going to get some good Thunderlord damage on to Veigar one trick, but that's just not that strong in the early stages.
No, once Malzahar completes his Rod of Ages into, depending on what he wants to go into, which I'm assuming he's probably going to go into like maybe something like, if he wants to keep up the mana regen that Orianna's going to have, he's going to go into Morellonomicon, or then he's going to, if he wants to go full on damage, he's going to go into something like Liandry's and just try to kill everything.
Yep. Anyway, the fighting for farm continues quite easily by both sides as the ganking has decreased ever so slightly. The farm advantage by Hottie is clearly starting to show out. Ultimate just barely misses. Ultraviolet snacks actually might. Yes! Hottie flashes, gets the kill onto Kog'Maw, and Camsterdam and Twixter aren't worried about the true damage explosion by the Kog'Maw. So that's just going to go into an unfazed situation by them. In any case, Vi on the flank here. I don't expect any diving attempts for Piggy. But that could happen. The control ward is now being destroyed. Sejuani already used the ultimate. Wouldn't expect another engage, but you never know.
Yeah,
Hottie
that was...
Williams, he does go for the punch. The bubble lands.
Oh.
Looks like they think they got Hottie Williams. They do. What an incredibly well-coordinated attempt. And it looks like Oriana's got the cutoff here. There's the ultimate with the flash. Great job by Veigar One Trick, making that look so clean. Malzahar tried to get back there in time. Kog'Maw now gonna try to punish a little bit extra damage. They're gonna commit their resources into Veigar One Trick. He does survive it. And Malzahar lets go of the ultimate early. The flash used by Kog'Maw to get into position to make that happen doesn't exactly work out. And it looks like Veigar One Trick will leave with a double kill.
You know, I'm honestly surprised that they were able to get that kill, because Ultraviolet Snacks, he actually dodged all the CC from Zyra, and then Sejuani also straight up whiffed the ult. And I mean, I don't understand how you whiffed that ult. He was standing in the bush. You saw him walk into it. He was right there, and he threw it so far wide. And I'm just surprised they were just able to kill him. Like, they just missed everything. That was, I feel like that was more or less luck.
They just need to get rid of that spell shield. They do. The ball has landed onto target. The damage is so close. They're gonna go ahead and use the ultimate to try to make that happen. Veigar One Trick, using the ball, speeds up and allows that to look very easy. Kalbi's not gonna risk her life here to try to get the Veigar One Trick, but it looks like Piggy's gonna try his luck. The bubble just barely misses. The ult misses again. They just need a punch to land. He gets 2, he gets 3, and takes out. Although with the sacrifice of Nami, looks like the fight's not going to end here either. Ultraviolet Snack in the flank. At the side here, Yasuo uses his... Well, never mind. He gets killed way before that opportunity comes around here, and it looks like Kog'Maw will die as well. Resurge Red has coming out with 4 kills at the end of that for 1.
Yasuo made the big misplay of just walking straight into the Zyra's knockup, which basically denied him of anything. Like, he straight up, as soon as the knockup went off, it instantly denied his dash, and then he just died.
Yeah, Resurge is definitely much stronger in the sense of communication that they did last time. My goodness, they were right on top of a problem right as it showed up. That's really good by them, honestly.
Yeah, I would say their only mishap was when they were trying to kill the ADC.
Right, and Twixter gets the shutdown gold in the tower, so now this Sivir is even more fed than he was earlier.
Yeah, but right now, Anubis is definitely having a much, I would say, even though they are behind, this is a much better game than what we saw last time. They're actually trying to go toe-to-toe and actually fighting to get the wins, and they've only lost 1 tower, even though they're down 9 kills, which actually is, in my opinion, it's pretty good. If you're down 9 kills and only lost 1 tower, that's at least you're rotating correctly.
So Yasuo, not at the 100% crit yet, at 60% crit right now.
Oh lord.
Missing only a little bit here, but anyway, Zedology walked into a triple kill and realized it was actually just a kill on him. And you see Twixter's movement on the leg? The Sivir's actually just skipping her way over towards the tower. Interesting. The bottom lane rotation seems to be working well. Yasuo is trying to throw him out. He goes for the ultimate here? Oh my goodness! That is going to end up backfiring heavily against Yasuo, and the immediate follow-up. Grom's in a bad spot. He's going to go down. He does go down to the Yasuo. That was an incredibly risky play by Yasuo, and Vi tried to get in position, but that just did not pan out.
No, Yasuo went in too early. Vi wasn't there. I mean, I think Vi even flashed. No, Vi didn't have flash up. Vi queued and tried to get in there to ult, but it was just too early. He needed to wait like an extra second.
Well, this blue buff seems quite easily in Hottie Williams' hands here. It is a... Oh, he swings the ultimate, goes wide as Piggy makes a quite an easy dodge. Doesn't need to flash either. Hottie's got a little itchy on the trigger finger on that ultimate.
Yeah, but honestly, Piggy shouldn't be in that type of position. You know they're at blue buff. Why would you put yourself between your first outer tower in mid lane and then the river right there near your blue buff. Like, it's just asking to get killed because Kog'Maw can't follow the Orianna. So, what are you going to do in that situation to escape? You have flash, yes, but you're going to waste your flash, and then you might not even get out because there's 4 people around you.
Grom seems to be in a pretty troubling situation, but nobody can really get the CC lockdown. And I guess that's kind of the name of the take here. The CC lockdown has been consistent so far for one team and really inconsistent for the other. Looks like Twixter gonna go ahead and use the ultimate to try to give Vhagar the extra umph of speed to jump the Kog'Maw. Doesn't pan out, but Hottie, oh boy, you better be careful. Hottie does use the dash to get out of there quite low. Colby is unfortunately unable to do much of anything as Malzahar continues to split at top 5 now in the mid lane. The bubble lands, but I don't think, Piggy, you're going to get much of a follow-up in this situation. Hottie Williams still pretty low, which means I don't think any engage would happen. Ninja gets the block off, defends the tower, hits Zyra, but no big play yet.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to try to fight this. I think they're just going to allow Malzahar to get that tower, and then he's just going to recall.
That's a pretty important tower for them. They need to get some gold back, and that is some gold that closes the gap of distance. No longer is it an 8,000 gold lead. It's now a 7,000. Colby goes in. Oh, no. The well-timed E completely negated Colby's entire play. The engage might have just worked out here. Here comes the multiple knockups. But here is the return fire of Resurge. They take out 2 on their way on the run, but Ultraviolet takes out Jarvan on that play. Twixter is now on the retreat with the following people. Amsterdam, Hottie Williams are doing everything to stay as far away as possible. Vhagar one trick, guiding them nicely out of that area as the bot lane remains unkilled.
That was a great fight by Anubis. They executed their comp perfectly right there. But started off with a great Yasuo. I think he got 3 people in it.
Yeah, the damage just didn't come through quite clearly. They were so low on health bar, but when it got to that point, they just retaliated, and the damage by Resurge is clearly present on that battlefield. Good coordination as well. Oh, the cute barely misses, and it looks like Grom jumps in almost seemingly out of nowhere to jump the Nami. They're gonna take out Yasuo again on that one, and the bot lane on Anubis is going with the 4 and 17 mark here. Resurge has drastically improved their teamwork to such a degree that this looks almost like another match that Resurge might be able to get the first win on, just like they did last week.
Yeah, that's like I said. They're not gonna take it as an easy win. They're actually playing smart this time and not doing dumb things.
And oh boy, do you hate dumb things.
Oh yes, I hate dumb things.
Stun lockdown here. The silence barely misses. Nami's gonna go for the ultimate here to try to catch out somebody. They're gonna catch out Grom. He gets taken down, but the tower will be destroyed as well. Twixter skip-stepping away to get ahead of Zyra there.
What are you talking about? This skip-stepping? She walks perfectly fine for me.
Oh, it does? Because on the screen it looks like she's skipping. Like her legs are kind of like stutter stepping. Like
Twitch Chat, can you confirm this, please?
Yeah, yeah. Let me know. I might be seeing things. I'm pretty sure Sivir's legs are like skipping. Because they're like stutter stepping forward or moving. Looks like Rocks.
Oh, I see what you're doing. I know what you're talking. He's hitting control, and I think he's hitting control
She's
and
shuffling.
walking.
Yeah, I agree with that. Anyway, Rocks, I do agree with your assessment here. Trying to make it engages with the Kog'Maw at this current state is just not strong enough at this point. The damage is not coming through, so Kog'Maw just can't seem to get what he needs. The bubble barely misses, and it looks like Ninja, whoa, dodges 2 ultimates, but can't dodge that one. J4 cuts off his retreat and nowhere to go. Yasuo goes down, and that is a very unfortunate Ninja.
Live by the Yasuo, die by the Yasuo.
I thought, you think Ninja King would be called like the Hokage, right? Isn't that what that is?
Oh my lord. You don't even know the Naruto memes.
I guess I
Looks
don't.
like there's a
Oh,
fight
that
here.
double knockup has worked to perfection, and it looks like Kog'Maw was in the right place at the right time. But at this stage of the game, they just take out only one person. The Sivir is still unkilled so far, as Twixter has massively improved his performance from last game.
In my opinion, though, trading a 1-for-1 right there does slow down the push, so it actually protects that tower, and it allows Yasuo to come back to at least try to help the team. So trading at this point is actually good because you're also getting the shutdown golds basically. Because Sejuani's only died once, Orianna's only died once, Sivir hasn't died at all.
Anyway,
And
the
Zyra's only
Orianna
died once.
has found herself a... Oh, wait a second. Biggie, you better be very careful. That J4 is a lot scarier than he looks. But it looks like that will not happen. Instead, they secure the blue buff for the Veigar 1 trick. And now they begin to back out here. Veigar 1 trick definitely has a very interesting build. Really likes that Luden's Echoes. The root barely misses the target. Veigar 1 trick almost catches 2 people, but that ain't gonna happen. You know, honestly, I think Veigar 1 trick is probably gonna like the new champion that's coming out. You ever heard of Zoe?
Don't even talk about that champion.
Are you kidding me? I think Veigar 1
We'll talk
trick...
about her.
Did you
we'll
see
talk
the
about
ball thing? That's exactly how Zoe works. The ball thing.
She's broken.
She looks super fun, though. I'm not gonna lie.
But I will be right back.
All right, then. Well, you are right back. Let's go ahead and get onto the action of Resurge's rotations. They are moving right onto that objective. Colby is going to get caught, stun locked, and take it down. Oh, Grom. Oh, my goodness, Grom. I don't think you needed to be that assertive. Takes out with the ultimate onto Colby. That's a little too assertive, I think. I don't think you needed to use that just to take care of that champion. Yasuo's trying to catch up back up and farm. Does have the farm lead against his opponent. Doesn't have enough items to, you know, really flex his damage. The early game has not gone well for the Yasuo.
No, surprisingly though, he's actually ahead in farm though.
Yeah,
but at least he's got that going.
His rotation seemed to be pretty good. Ninja does not catch it for the Nami. Nami's going to get bursted, and so is Ninja. He's going to try to throw it back in with the ultimate of his own, but it is not enough damage. Veigar takes out one of the members on the way out, but that's a actual quadra kill for Veigar 1 trick, getting himself another one in this week. Or, sorry, getting himself, from last week he got one, and this week he also gets himself one. Great job by Veigar 1 trick, making this look almost too easy in this situation. 7-25 here. They could probably bring the game to a close. Don't want to get caught out. Decide the inhib was good enough. They're going to rotate their situation. Natsu's dropping some BM right off the bat. Too bad my casting partner Sonic is gone and away. Hopefully to
Oh no, I'm here.
Okay, good. Looks like Natsu has dropped a little bit of disrespect to you, man. Looks like he's saying you can't even get out of gold, bro. For you making fun of Zoe.
Wait, what'd she do? Wait, who's Zoe?
Okay, the new champion.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry, Natsu. If I have college and things to do, sir.
to care about
seems
your
like
Zoe pick.
seems like some of us have,
well, this is one of the main reasons why you usually take a tank in the front line. That's exactly why, because you can get a knockup like that, and then we're talking about a completely different fight. They don't have that
could be
luxury,
game.
so they're going to get completely overwhelmed. The heal never gets back to Nami. That crit, that damage comes through so fast, so quickly. There is zero time for anything. Hottie Williams goes in with his buddy Grom, and they're moving into position. Neither side is going to attempt an engage yet, but the inhib towers are being sieged by the super minions. Kabi could be his last attempt. He wants to make sure he can get to the Veigar 1 trick, maybe even catch a single break. That's all he needs. Ninja tries the hurricane. It misses, and Hottie Williams though being a little bit plagued, does take out the Kog'Maw so fast. The two tanks are just obliterating the Kog'Maw. The burst damage returns fire, but the Yasuo is going to get ticked away, forcing him back into the base. The Nexus is now exposed, and Resurge has complete control of the game. Half of their Nexus is exposed. A quarter of their Nexus is remaining. He tries one last Hurricane. It misses, and that will be the end of the game. Resurge wins by a flabbergasting amount.
Kind of reminded me of Samsung versus SKT.
Well, let's take a look at what the numbers got to say for us here, because as we obviously have the same, if not similar situation, it looks like we have the same problem here, folks. 0 on the board on every statistic, which means I'm going to need some help once again from my friend Timothy. Let's take a look at what the situation is right now. We're taking a look right here, right now, at what the statistics say, and it looks like I didn't get the right one. Dang it. Let's try this again. Didn't work again. Oh well. Here we go. And that one didn't work.
It's alright, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get it eventually.
It's one of those type of days, you know what I'm saying? When you just wish the new patch comes in, they fix all the problems, and then we can have some League of Legends action. You know what I mean?
You are definitely right.
I'm hoping for that. That's gonna happen one day. I'll know it. I'll see it.
I don't know if you saw the chat, okay, but when I made the reference to Samsung and SKT, Natsu said, "Goddamn you, Sonic, too soon."
Well, I missed it, but thanks for bringing it up. Let's go ahead and take a look at the statistics right now, folks. It's quite clear that these statistics are number-based, so I won't be able to get it for you in graph. But here are what the situation looks like for the most part. The damage to champions, the kills here. Orianna grabbed herself a Quadra, almost a Penta, but J4 did manage. Your boy Grom secured that opportunity away from the target. Let's go ahead and take a look at the wards place. My favorite aspect. And Hottie Williams, to no surprise, loves placing them wards down. 20 wards in this game, outwarding the Zyra on her team. Hottie Williams, the legend himself, the man, the myth, the legend, the man who lost to a Golem camp, was the main focus and the main reason.
Oh my lord! Now that's
that's all right, all right, that is personal. I should drop that. More importantly here, Zyra, a little bit of lack on the ward category. Her assists were actually more than the wards placed. Not exactly a super fan of that, but hey, you gotta get what you can down. Speaking of that,
how many did she put?
Vi on the opposite, 18, if you are unable to see it. Here it is again, folks. It's highlighted. The Vi appears to have gotten 21 wards as a jungler. That's very good to the Nami's 19. So they kind of like got one more ward against their opponents. And the control wards purchase seemed to be pretty aplenty, but it didn't seem enough. Anyway, I gotta mention one important thing here. Control wards purchased by the Sivir. 8 control wards placed by the Sivir. 8. Now that's what you call efficiency right there. 7 control wards by the Zyra, and I think that's kind of why they, they did so successfully is through that control wards that they placed, but their ward averages are very low because they didn't back a lot. But hey, it is what it is. When you have an advantage, you got to push it, and you got to push it hard. 26-minute victory for that team, but let's go ahead and get ourselves prepared for the next one, shall we, folks? Let's take a look at the next match here. I will be invited to it momentarily. But,
I was about to ask you, are you going to invite me?
Oh, yeah, definitely. As soon as I get invited. But until then, we're still waiting here, folks, for the next one. But thank you all so very, very much for all the help I've been getting so far. Really appreciate it.
We gotta give our shout out to our
Oh.
#1 fan, Army. We almost forgot.
No, we were gonna do that after like everything is finished. Is what we were gonna do.
Well, I just ruined it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Ladies and gentlemen, pretend like I didn't say that. Just let you know. Who is Jim?
Who's
Let's
Jim?
just say Jim. Yes, is Jim. What is that name? I hate dyslexia.
Jim.
Hashtag Army win.
You mean you mean Jim as in the stadium Jim, not Jim as in Jim. That
Yeah.
Jim LaDuckett, that's actually our #1 fan, remember? That's L.
Oh, well, now you just gave it away who it was.
Oh. Spoiled it. Spoiled it. Spoiled it. Oh, LaDuckett. Okay. Jim LaDuckett. Okay, good to know now. Let's go ahead and get the next match underway here, but I haven't gotten an invite yet. I'm kind of interested at why that hasn't exactly happened yet. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to... Soiled it. It's because that's what SpongeBob said when Plankton was in charge of the...
Wow.
So there was an episode. So there was an episode of SpongeBob where Plankton creates a machine that he would wish that he be Mr. Krabs, and Mr. Krabs would be Plankton. So SpongeBob working for Plankton, he never disciplined SpongeBob, so SpongeBob was just extremely more annoying. And then when he messed up, even the smallest detail, he would say, soiled it, and he would just repeat that for the rest of the episode, and it was just really annoying, so he went back to fix everything. And he realized that the life he has is not as bad as Mr. Krabs' life. But hey, that was the episode. I liked that one.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you, how many of us know the actual episode? Because it seems like everyone in the chat was spamming soiled it.
Seems like a lot of people were.
And you just explained the whole thing.
I'm still kind of waiting for an invite here. I don't know what happened to... oh, there's Peanut. I thought he was going to set up the next one. Let me go ahead and see what's going on here.
Okay. So what do you think Anubis is going to try to accomplish in this next match?
Okay, look. I feel like Anubis is kind of working out the kinks. Because you know what happened last time is they didn't really have a good coordinated comp. That's what happened last time. But the truth is that they're not, I don't think they're ready to get right into the game right away. They need time. I think that's exactly what they need. They got everybody together. They haven't gotten a lot of games together, a lot of practices. So I think that's starting to reflect, and I think that's what makes the big difference.
I mean, yeah, we saw it a few times when they executed their comp perfectly. I mean, there was that one execution when Yasuo got three people with his ult. Nami ulted, Vi ulted the person way in the back, so the whole team got knocked up off of the Vi ult. And Kog'Maw was able to just sit there and just unleash damage onto the Sejuani. Or whoever was closest to him at the time.
Okay, well, I got you invited to this one. Let's get right into position here. While that happens, I'm going to need about a 5-minute break. Gotta use the bathroom. Be right back, folks. Won't be gone for too long.
And now you're left with just me. While I try to hit the spectator button. But everyone's moving so quickly that the button disappears and I actually can't click it. Stop asking me about my mother. You don't need to know where she's at. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, thank goodness not everybody's spamming in the chat saying, noob caster. Oh my god, this guy's supposed to be a professional? I'm very happy no one said that this time.
I was just about to ask them a question before you got back, sir.
Oh, go ahead then.
I was going to ask them what's their favorite sport that they like to watch, besides esports.
Well, you were saying something about football last time, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think a couple people answered football. I said besides esports.
Apparently, this is like, oh, what's a sport?
What's a sport?
College football, professional catcalling. The NFL is a close second, says TFK 377.
No one likes soccer, man? I feel so left out.
Well, what are you talking about? That's football. Soccer's football.
Well, I'm used to calling it football, but I would assume that the chat is used to soccer, so that's why I have to say soccer. Then when I'm with my soccer buddies, we say football.
All right, well, that...
Okay, I like female volleyball.
I mean, do you not?
No,
I think
we're not
volleyball's
promoting
pretty
that.
good.
We're not promoting that.
We're not promoting... What are you saying?
We're
Sonic
not
Abs, right now, are you telling me female volleyball is not a sport?
No, it's a sport.
Okay.
But I'm assuming that he meant it in a different way.
Oh my goodness. Are you assuming things too? What are you? Some sort of guy that assumes stuff?
Alright, hello, Army. The teams are both ready, or, Anubis is ready in, like, a minute or so. They're currently talking about the game. But
I think we can type in the chat, because I was able to.
Yeah, we can finally type into the chat this time. Thank you, though, Peanut, for covering for us.
Once you're ready, you can go.
Perfect. All right, then.
Thank you.
We'll be ready momentarily, folks. Just got to make sure everything's all checked out for the next situation. Want to make sure everything is going to be perfect. You know, are you going to assume things now? Are you going to assume people's genders next, Sonic? You assuming man? Assuming man?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm an assuming man.
An assuming man. All right, then. I think that just about covers that situation.
I'm pretty sure, like 99% of the time, if you would sound like a woman over Discord, you're a woman. Just saying.
Okay, I know about that 1 other % when it isn't. I gotcha. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead. We've had our banter. I think it's
what
time
does
to
that mean?
You remember that one person that sounded like a hot grill. Nah, anyway, moving on, folks.
No, I don't. I don't know what he's talking about, but to the game.
To the game.
I think we're
get
ready
this
to
thing
go, right?
underway. Yeah, we're definitely ready to go. We were just finishing a bit. We're ready to get this thing underway, folks. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. Well.
Someone wants you to take your pants off and show your kneecaps.
Show us your kneecaps? Okay, well, that's interesting. I never had a request before, but I think I can show you it, but I already technically don't have any pants on and showed my kneecaps already. But hey.
Draven out.
Too much information.
Too much information. Show me them ankles. The cankles, some people would say.
Wow. You're going all out with the memes.
Wow, Pool Splasher. What a guy. That man, that person,
I won't be
definitely has asked some questions that I cannot help him with.
Okay,
anyway,
yeah, we're going to ignore
on.
that.
Yeah,
to the game.
We moving on. We move back to the game.
Oh, did they still get where they can't use one band?
Yes, of course, because they have a substitute.
So they're
because they just replaced Take-ish, Go-ish, Suke.
Yeah, okay, and I'm assuming that what they're just gonna do is they're just gonna ban the first 3, and the last one's gonna be they're just not gonna ban on the last one.
Right, unless Suke is actually a member of their team, but we'll find out. Ban on Sejuani. I think we are correct. No, actually we're not. It looks like they take out the tree again from Grom, so Grom will not have the tree for the second time here. Oh no! What happened? What happened to my chat?
He didn't say anything that sells out. He didn't bring up the Reese's
No.
Pieces.
It's Pool Splasher. He said he'll donate. So that makes me a sellout because somebody else said it.
Well, no, because you didn't agree to the terms, so you're not a sellout.
Oh yeah, you're right. Actually, you're right. I'm clean. You know what? Caster clean. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the chat.
Your commands tire me.
The
I am
Vagar ban
Caster
again.
Clean.
I honestly want to know if that guy
Caster
can
clean.
even play. Are you alright? Ladies and gentlemen,
I guess I was not all right. Let me go ahead and make sure the audio is correct. Looks like it isn't. Yep, these headphones definitely got to get replaced in the future. That kind of mistake should definitely not happen. To the sellout master, army overlord. Maybe I'm
well,
playing
now we know why you're being a sellout.
It works to the joke.
But I'm surprised
He
they first
admitted
picked
it!
Syndra right here.
Gasp. All right, well, yeah, sorry. Back to the actual game.
Yeah, they first picked Syndra.
Secured.
Which
Syndra?
is so daring, like, because Syndra can just lose to so many mid laners.
Definitely
If you-
sending a message over to Zedology. They're saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to pick this first just to tell you that I'm going to pick this because I think there's not a single champion that you can play that I can't beat. Is that the message? I think it is.
And then they pick Callista second. Now this is... Oh, snap. I know what team comp they're going to go with. Watch these last two bands. Or these last two bands. The last two picks for the side of Resurge is either going to be for support. It's either going to be Braum or Leona. And then for their jungler, it's going to be J4. Unless if it gets banned.
Well, Ezreal being secured means
Oh, wait.
that...
No. Their top laner is going to be J4. Didn't mean to say
Okay.
jungle.
Well, I mean, it might not be J4. It might not be J4.
Oh, it's going to be an engage comp.
Okay, it looks like a couple seconds left. Yep, I think you're absolutely right. They are pushing the engage comp for Anubis. Perhaps Anubis is the engage team.
I would say.
I mean, it wasn't
going to
a
be
pun.
the
I
assassin
was just
team.
saying they're just the engage team.
I would say Anubis is going to be more of an assassin team because you have Lee Sin. He can't really engage. He can kill someone. He can flat out just kill someone in seconds early on, and Fizz does the same thing. But when you have Callista on the side of Resurge, that ult is normally only placed with engage supports like a Alistar or Leona. Those are the two best combos, or Braum. Braum's also, it's like those three are the only ones you really want to take with Callista because it's instant CC onto whoever they hit. Because I would assume.
Think carefully, my friend.
Wait, they were supposed to not be able to ban another champion.
Oh no, then that confirms it. Actually, that is their official roster player.
Okay.
They just came back.
I guess
that just about confirms it because they know. They know.
Okay.
And we
We'll
know
see.
that they know because if they knew that we didn't know,
Right.
then we
Oh
don't
my
know.
lord! All right, Sherlock Holmes, calm down.
My dear Watson, I will never calm down.
But it seems like they
Ezreal
had
jungle
my
though is
idea.
what I'm interested in here.
Oh, it's OP. OP.
It's very good at the early game stages. It's so
Even late
especially
game.
top. Especially top. I don't know what they're gonna do to counter this situation in the top lane. Ultraviolet Snacks takes the Tristana. So that's a little extra jump to the Tristana step. For sure.
All right, one of these picks Alistar or Leona, and then J4 for top lane.
I like it. Taking Rise actually seems to be
Wait.
the idea. Rise top.
What?
Garam is gonna play Rise top. I mean, did you
What?
Did you think he was only the Tree Master? No, he's Rise top.
Is that even a thing?
Yes. Of course. You
What?
don't know. You don't know about Rise top? Really?
No,
It's been out of the
'cause
meta
I-
for a very long time, but it's
Yeah,
it's
what,
a
like
thing.
season 1, season 2? But then, oh my, what are they? Well, my predictions were completely wrong.
And Cho'Gath appears to be the follow-up. What? Maybe
Like, they-
is that
Even if you,
is
even
that
if you had
Rise
Cho'Gath-
support?
No, that's
Syndra support?
what is this team doing?
What is happening?
That's
Rise jungle, Ezreal mid. What is happening, folks?
okay.
Resurge. Okay, there we go.
no, no,
Ezreal
no.
jungle.
But
Rise.
still, Syndra
support, ladies and gentlemen. Syndra support. The chat is going nuts. They don't even understand. They cannot understand Resurge's decision here. Syndra.
Why are you?
The first pick was actually the support the entire... We have been bamboozled, folks. We have been
Why-
speckle-dorbed.
Why are you talking
have
in
been-
third person for the Twitch chat? Like trying to explain to them that they don't understand.
Explaining to them they don't understand. Because they can't understand. How can they understand, man? How can you sit there and understand? I can't. That's why we have drama. Because we don't understand. I went on a tangent. Yeah, that was kind of that was silly. Well, anyway, Galio, Lee Sin, Fizz, Tristana, and Rakan have been secured, and the Engage comp seems to be a going versus what possibly is the most disbelieving comp I've ever seen. Rise in the top lane, Ezreal in the jungle, Cho'Gath mid, Kalista ADC, and Syndra support. Wow.
I was trying to think of a pun and I couldn't
hamster
think of it.
Support
I
drop.
wonder if that was a
Support
misclick.
drop.
I wonder if that was a misclick.
That was the first pick. How can that be the misclick? That was they picked it right away. And that was the first one. They could not have been any more confident in that support.
He could have meant to click Sona.
No? It was clear.
I mean,
it was concise. They made up their mind at the spot.
I
And
thought there was,
Cho'Gath
like,
in the
2
mid lane
seconds
versus
down.
a Fizz. Cho'Gath
Okay.
versus a Fizz mid. What kind of meta is Resurge trying to establish? Because right now, we are a few days away, ladies and gentlemen, from the new patch that's going to be coming in. And that new patch, we might be seeing a brand new Darkstar Gaming. Like a purely new Darkstar Gaming. And I'm going to
Ladies
be
and
pretty
gentlemen,
excited.
my brain hurts from this, like, monstrosity that I see on Resurge.
Well, they do happen to have a heavy objective advantage. Cho'Gath being in the mid lane is going to make it a little easier to take control of the main objectives of Baron and Drake. You know, that's a little easier to perform that, but...
But you force him into such a... Why would they switch that? Because you force him into such a bad position against a Fizz. Like, if that Fizz
it's
kills him
not
one time in lane,
for-
that
for-
Cho'Gath is done.
Not to mention that the Fizz is very mobile, where Cho'Gath, you really have to be very predicting. You have to predict the Fizz move before the Fizz even does it in order for you to hit these skill shots. So, honestly, very tough situation for Veigar One Trick to perform here, but I think, you know, this guy's clearly very flexible with his mid laning options. He's proven it so far, playing 5 different champions in the mid lane. He has not played a single champion that was the same as the last one.
Did Fizz take Ignite?
Yes. Yes, he did.
Okay, I couldn't tell.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like Fizz is going to try to kill the Cho'Gath.
Yeah, probably.
So what I'm assuming is that
Although
this
Veigar
Ezreal...
One Trick has proven so far that he has Zedology's number, so maybe not. Maybe not.
Well, what I'm going to assume is what's going to happen is that Cho'Gath and Fizz are going to start fighting, right?
Right.
Ezreal's going to do the level 2 cheese after red buff. That people always do it. You either go bot or mid. You get red buff,
Mm-hmm.
or depending on which side you spawn on, you either go top. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
But what this does is that extra red buff creates that tiny slow that you can actually get the kill at level 2 so easily that it's not even funny. Even if Fizz has the playful trickster, you have that time to silence him. As long as Cho'Gath holds onto that silence before he plays full tricksters. And if he plays full tricksters, as they're fighting to not escape, then he basically kills himself off the Ezreal. The Ezreal is just going to be able to get him with the Storm Raiders proc. Because I've had it happen to me, and it sucks.
Well, anyway, sides have been swapped and the positions have been changed. Let's go ahead and correctly put in the right position where everybody is. Let's see if Resurge can get their next win here, because honestly, it is the big question for everybody right now. Is this going to be another 26, 27-minute match for Resurge Red again? Or is something different going to happen? Looks like all of the Resurge Red members are heading right for the mid lane. Wait a second. What are they doing? Are they going for an invade?
Yeah, they're going for an invade. If you run to that bush, they can't see you, and you can actually reach there.
And there you have it, folks. It
reach the
looks
river
like
bush.
the support Rakan is well unaware. Zedology happens to be in the same bush. They do have their flashes. They do have a way, but can even one skill shot land? That's the real important question. The Rakan is moving way out in front. Hopefully he's got his E. He uses the W, actually, the double knockup onto both the Fizz and the company. The slow, the red pulls right out the heart of Rakan. It looks like Violet is going to have to flash over.
Why did Snacks walk up and like keep trying to auto right there?
Well, that's a mystery. You know how much I love mysteries.
No, I don't.
Oh. I hope that gets clipped. That'd be hilarious. You know how much I love mysteries. No? Oh.
If Vigar One Trick was a god, then he would be better than Fakers. No, he's not a god.
I mean, who knows? Who knows, though? Hold on, we might be speaking too lowly of the god here. Actually manages to hit the Q right away. The Fizz returns fire, proccing the Thunderlords, but the damage is only being healed back by Veigar right now. Amsterdam has a very interesting strategy. I don't know how it's going to work. Ezreal goes in with the immediate early poke. That's a lot of ADC damage, a lot of poke. The slow Twixter gets a little extra Ren damage onto Ultraviolet. Nothing too serious. But honestly, this is the big question. Can Fizz actually beat Cho'Gath?
Oh yes, Fizz can definitely beat Cho'Gath in lane. He's got Ignite. Like dude can go full on. I'm gonna kill you as soon as he hits level 6. But before then, I don't think he can actually beat him in the earlier levels.
What about here? Looks like Ezreal's gonna get that last auto attack necessary. He does manage to get the last proc, but Zedology steals the red from Ezreal as he kills himself.
Wait, how did he kill him?
The man, the myth, the legend, Hottie Williams continues.
What did he hit him with? Did you see?
The tower.
No, like, yeah, Fizz got the kill.
The E, when he landed, Ezreal was in range of that.
Oh, okay. So he hit him with Playful Trickster.
Yeah, the tiniest little proc is all you takes. Well, the man, the myth, the legend, Hottie Williams, is possibly setting up the greatest bait of all time for Cho'Gath. Zedology, you're not that tanky. You're going to get some good damage. But it looks like the damage is merely going to transfer over to Lee Sin unless Cho'Gath gets another auto. He doesn't get it. And Lee Sin comes out on top. The red buff transfer is complete. Colby now has another one to go with his situation. Hottie Williams is perhaps my #1 favorite jungler in the history of Darkstar Gaming so far. I like how you like Grom, and I like we both have people we like on Resurge. That just speaks to how interesting their team is, and how fun their team is. Are you there?
I was being asked a question.
Oh, was that oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Might not wanna.
It wasn't my mom.
Oh, okay. You know how much the fans love your mom.
Yeah, really.
That Fizz is able to get some proccing damage, but the Cho'Gath's returning fire real proper. Zedology's getting some help here, by the Lee Sin, but so is Ezreal chiming in as well. That is so close, but Lee Sin takes out the Ezreal. The Q misses. Zedology is going to go down. And honestly, might have been a big misplay on Zedology. He probably could have got out of the range of that ability, but chose to jump right back in.
You're playing for Fizz, you gotta be greedy.
You gotta be greedy, indeed. But the
You need to get
Cho'Gath
the
seems to be the
champion
one coming
far
out on
ahead.
top with these trades, as he's already completed his magic resisting, has completed a magic resisting item, the Negatron Cloak, with the max total of 40 magic resist. That's only gonna make this really difficult for the events to come. But anyway, looks like we got another Anubis. As we get another chant in, thank you very much for dropping the love to them. I haven't gotten one in a while.
The mom meme's gotta calm down a little bit right there.
Agreed. Might be a little bit too spicy. Anyway, they were sieging the objective. A bit of a change of course here. Lee Sin's got the catch. He's not going to commit. No, he will commit. The camera changed in the last second. Cabal does get stopped and silenced. Lee Sin's not going to take out Ezreal. But Lee Sin has been getting away with a ton of kills so far. So let's see what happens next.
What I feel like Lee Sin needs to do right now, he needs to help out the spot lane for his team.
The audience getting right onto the Anubis wagon. Loving that stuff.
That's what I want to see. But this bot lane, Trist, ever since that Ezreal came down right after Red buff at level 2, put them so far behind. I mean, it's 44 farm to 28. Lee Sin's got to make some proactive play in bot lane. He's 3-0. Ezreal's 0-2-0, which is so good for against playing against the Ezreal. Because if he ever gets
was around the flank, he wanted to make the catch onto this very strong, very powerful Cho'Gath, but that's not gonna happen. They get the red flag gets proven right away thanks to that ward. But anyway, it looks like Fizz ain't gonna wait for go or collect $200. His ultimate's back up, and so is Cho'Gath's. He has just enough, but neither side is going to make the very risky attempt.
Oop, clicked the wrong thing. Accidentally tapped out. Okay. I feel like Lee Sin should come either make a play bot lane when it's not pushed up, or go mid lane right now and make a play with the Fizz and just blow up this Cho'Gath. Because
speaking of blowing up, the stun has landed, and it looks like Rakan has been able to get back to the ADC in time, but there's a lot of spears into that Tristana. Neither side was able to make a kill happen yet, but that is an itchy trigger finger coming from Twixter. They're very close, but no one.
Lee Sin's now setting up for this bot lane, which it's a perfect setup because Syndra just goes to ward right now.
W misses the push off, allows the insta kill on the Rakan, but it looks like Syndra pays the big price. Ultraviolet gets rend! The heart ripped out of him, and Cabal is now on the run! He's actually losing to Twixter! Twixter needs only one more spear to land! And it looks like Lee Sin gets out of there in the nick of time. Twixter was so close to getting himself a triple kill to go with the kill he had earlier.
They overextended.
Cabal is still thinking about it. He's still thinking about it, but he just walked right into a very angry Ezreal. The auto attacks ain't gonna let Lee Sin escape, and Ezreal, great job on the secure, happened to be roaming in the area just to drop a ward, and is now going to take advantage of it by stealing the blue buff to go with the kill on Lee Sin.
Yeah, I don't know why Tristana wanted to hop back in there against the Lee Sin, because that basically got her killed. She should have just let. Oh, well, now this is a good play.
Check my DMs on Discord. What?
Don't ask what that is.
Oh, really? It's just a troll thing. Oh my goodness, Hani almost went down in that fight. I just almost nearly missed the whole thing. What the heck? All for a terrible, terrible meme. Moving on.
I'll be back in like 30 seconds again. With Doggen.
Ninja is almost going to go down to Grom. Grom is just unable to get the damage he needs to take him out. You know, that's the one thing. Galio just kind of plays really well into Rise, I'd say. Pushes him out, but no, that's not going to happen. This charm lands. But the CC could not be continued. Perhaps this is what they consider the anti-Rakan. You know, a champion that pushes the target away. Maybe that's the plan? What do you think? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, okay. Sorry. Sorry for the confusion.
Alright, I'm back. When you got 4 dogs, you gotta let them out. Oh, Ezreal, though. About to get taken down by the Lee Sin. Easy pickup on the Lee Sin. Looks like Lee Sin's about to get caught out by the Cho'Gath and Kalista. Let's see what he can do in this situation. Looks like Fizz is going for the assassination on the Syndra. Lee Sin gets out from a ward hop.
Okay, well, TFK, I'm gonna have to hopefully get to that later. Anyway, oh my goodness! Bye-bye! The ultimate did not kill Zetology, but that last Thunderlord's gonna guarantee the kill there.
Which is honestly, I would say that's actually worse for the Cho'Gath, because not getting the kill with the ultimate that means he doesn't get the stack. Because you want to get the stacks. Wait, I'm unmuted, right?
Yeah, I think they hear you. Let me just be extra sure, though. Yeah, they hear you. They definitely hear you.
Okay, yeah, because I mean, that's this. If you're gonna play Cho'Gath mid, it's all about getting your stacks as fast as you can. Because a Cho'Gath top lane, it's more or less, you're just gonna take time to skill. And Cho'Gath mid, you need to get stacks
wait a minute!
fast.
That stun stops the mid flight of the Tristana, and Tristana has gotta be shocked. He was stopped in mid-air jump, which allows Amsterdam to make it easier for the Ezreal red buff to get the mid-air Tristana to get stopped in such a way that is almost baffling. Wow, Amsterdam well-timed on that stun.
He even said that well played. God damn.
Well played. Anyway.
That well played.
Well played.
Like actually close as fuck.
No, I'm pretty sure I said. I did not say. I'm pretty sure I said Amsterdam. Maybe I said it too quickly. Might have said it a little too quickly, I guess. But no, it's not. It's not much. I'm pretty sure I said it correctly. I'm pretty darn sure. Zetology avoids the silence, but is not going to try to fight the tanky Cho'Gath right now. Silence! Oh no, Zetology. Ooh, very lucky. Manages to get the E off in time to avoid what seemed like death.
This is a much closer game.
Yes, it definitely is. It looks like, despite it being so close, the CS difference is starting to become much more apparent. The mid lane is struggling in the farm category, so is Tristana and Galio. But Lee Sin still seems to be slightly ahead of the Ezreal, not only in kills, but also in farm. Let's take a look at those
he needs to
statistical
be more
numbers, shall
proactive.
we?
Oh, Lee Sin's going
he
in.
makes the
Went
catch,
for a
and Lee Sin's
kick.
going to pay for it. So many ultimates. There's way too many ultimates, in fact. Ultraviolet Snacks does manage to get a nice little Twixer on his way to the candy store, but he might want to be extra careful because it's definitely going to be an extremely devastating follow-up by his comrades if he... It's hard to keep the pun going. It was really difficult.
That was a good pun, though.
Alright, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm getting better.
Gotta take him to the candy shop.
Dun, 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 dun. I love that song. It's such a good song when you're in like a silly mood. Such a good song. But in any case, Amsterdam and company do seem like, despite the situation, have controlled the gold amount. They have a 3,000 gold lead. I wonder if they know that. I would imagine they do, considering they know that they have a 20 CS lead against every one of their opponents so far.
They do have good leads. The difference is that
They don't have the kill
Anubis
lead.
has insane late game blow up potential. Kalista's gonna fall off late game Because she needs time to stack the Rins at that point.
And
Cho'Gath won't fall off. Ezreal will fall off eventually.
Yeah, and Syndra's going to be
Rise
a while
up.
before she becomes like an actual threat. Although it's getting very close thanks to the Moral Nomicon, it's going to be a little bit longer before Syndra is going to actually be another mid laner. But the question here is, I don't think Syndra actually did become the counter to Rakan. Although maybe we have to see the next team fight to see if that's true or not.
I would say the counter to Rakan is like Taric.
I was saying in a sense of like canceling out his engage by hitting him with a ball and stun. You know what I mean? Yeah, that was their plan, I think. That seemed like their plan. We'll have to ask him in the interview for sure, but that definitely seemed like their plan. I'd imagine that was their plan.
If we're gonna get an interview,
Ultimate does land onto the target. Colby is going to go ahead and fight the Ezreal 1v1. Hottie Williams does manage to get away, is what I would have said if it wasn't for that flash by Lee Sin to just get that last kick to make sure that that's going to be a Lee Sin kill. Cool! So assertive, that kick. Colby wanted to get one extra damage, didn't get it. The stun lands, but it looks like the Cho'Gath is getting a little greedy. Vhagar one trick surrounded by 4 different enemies is gonna get passed around the party, and that's how
that
the
should
cookie
be mid
crumbles.
tower for them.
Yeah.
Lee Sin needs to leave those Raptors alone and go straight to mid tower. Oh well, never mind. They won't be able to get it.
Barriers exist to be broken, ladies and gentlemen. Just
But
that
Anubis
seems to be the
needs to start.
that line alone means that Rakan's barriers onto targets are made to be broken. So I guess that's the idea. But anyway, here comes some barrier action. Looks like Rakan's gonna make an engage for the Tristana. The push off makes it so that engage ain't gonna happen fast. And here comes the ultimate as bot lane is still being a fight for the Drake. Lee Sin is top. 3 members top, 2 members in the bot lane. Cho'Gath on the flank coming around. Hottie Williams still here. Still waiting. Ezreal gets caught by the ultimate. He's going to get bursted. And Lee Sin secures the Cloud Drake as Cho'Gath just never made it in time. That speed. Cho'Gath was just a little too slow to get around to the flank.
Mm-hmm.
Can't believe how everybody in the audience was like, oh my god, the Syndra support? What? Question mark? And now the bot lane has been working so well, they managed to get both the top tower and bot tower so far. So it's an interesting little strategy that's been working for him.
You know what Lee Sin needs to do right now? Lee Sin needs to turn into Mr. Miyagi and teach these
Burgers doesn't like to be lumped
Resurge.
in. Alright, then you won't be lumpy.
Needs to teach Resurge how to I just messed up my pun.
Takes out the Galio. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I didn't really want to. Really
oh man,
didn't want
that's
to
like
there.
it got completely. Oh,
Whoop! There goes Fizz. Just as we're
that's
talking
a stack
again.
for the Cho'Gath.
Yeah. 2 members down. They're gonna continue the siege in mid lane. Those Syndra stuns are way more potent and way more stronger than I recall them being, because this support Syndra is really hitting them stuns.
Yeah, and then right now Snacks, he is asking to just die walking up that close to a Horizon of Cho'Gath.
They do manage to take out the tower, so that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 towers down to the 0 towers taken by Anubis. This is starting to look pretty similar to the last situation, although the lead was a little bit bigger right around at this time.
It was a lot bigger.
Yep.
There's an easy pick.
And Hottie decided if he's going to go down, might as well take one more with him. Didn't get it. Hottie Williams has lost a lot of momentum from playing the Ezreal. A lot of bad luck as well, as Colby has been making that Lee Sin work so well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, as I was saying... Oh, wait.
Indeed, wait. Looks like the Vhagar one trick does get a little bursted, but it's not enough to get him killed. The Tristana's ultimate just didn't do enough damage. They got him off of it, but there's not enough time. There's no way that's enough time to take out this thing. It's 12,000 on the health bar. The true damage could come through in time. 40 seconds off of 19. They would need it to be a little bit lower. 5,000. They only have 10 seconds left before the Baron shows up. They might get it. They do get it just before the Baron shows up with 5 seconds left to spare.
Okay, as I was saying,
of culture, says
this
Burger
Lee Sin needs to turn to Mr. Miyagi and teach these fools a lesson of karate.
That's actually pretty good. I like to wax on, wax off.
I had 2 puns in that one. I had a SpongeBob pun with karate and the Karate Kid.
Yeah, you're getting that high pun average for our #1 fan.
My chat is like messing up on my phone. Did she actually say something?
No, it's chat seems to be a bit lower than usual at this time, but hey, it is what it is. Let's take a look at what the situation is for us in the future. 20 minutes has passed off of the clock here. The more important focus is what they're going to do in this situation. The control war averages are very low on both sides. Honestly, there's just 2 control wards, one at top in a very not so great position on none of the objectives, and another one in the bot side for Resurge. Again, in a position that doesn't really control the objective. Lee Sin gonna go ahead and get the flash here. They've got the catch. Can Lee Sin get out of there? He does. And Biz wants to take one more with his snack, but he's gonna get a big punishment. That was an ultimate used prematurely, and that punishment on the ultimate, oh boy, that did a lot. Does manage to get the next ability to hit the root. Grom is on a rampage. He wants to take out Tristana, but does not get that opportunity. The 2-for-1 from that fight allows Resurge to reassess the situation, as they're now more than half low, and Twixter's the only one okay right now.
It looks like they're gonna go for Baron, and I would definitely expect this, because although the people who are tanky are pretty low. Cho'Gath right now only has. Wait, hold on. Is that what I just saw?
What?
Cho'Gath only has 1 stack.
Oh yes, because he's been biting Fizz early. He hasn't been using it to getting stacks.
No, but you can get 7 stacks from eating minions.
He hasn't been using it for that. He's been using it just for burst.
What?
Clearly, Resurge is really digging deep to their interesting meta idea. They definitely have something.
That's not a meta idea. That's just not willing to use your ult to be. Oh, now he just did it. Okay, he did it. We're good now. He did it.
Yeah. Then he's been using it in a different way for sure.
No, he only has 2.
I'm beginning to feel like that I'm a flame god. Flame god.
Said that.
It's a song, like a rap god.
Oh, no, I know rap god. Does somebody say that, or did you just think of that?
No, someone said flame god.
Oh, TP coming in.
Twixter wanted to keep that going, but I think that's the ticket out of there. Every member except one actually was there at the Baron Pit for Resurge, but on the immediate follow-up, Anubis did not want any more. So they just backed off by the way. Ultimate used by Ezreal, gonna try to clear the wave, does do so. So no siege yet. They're waiting for an opportunity. Both sides are kind of waiting for their opportunities here. And not a lot of farm has been going around here for Anubis. They've been really not funneling it too well, I would say. Adi trying to get rid of the control ward. It's got to be very careful. Fizz uses the Rift Herald in possibly the most inconspicuous place I've ever seen. The ultimate has landed onto Amsterdam. The ultimate's been cancelled by Callista. Lee Sin, he's thinking about it. His body tells him yes. He dodges. What an unbelievable reflex. But it doesn't matter. Trickster goes ahead and immediately removes him, so that way nobody's going to clip that video for a poor guy. Ultraviolet is going to try to make a play. He does get 1 kill out of it, and everyone else is continuing the chase. The charm has landed, but they're diving a tower. Splashes, double hand fists him into the ground, and that was a 4 for 2 for Anubis.
You just heard my phone? I got a Facebook message.
Hey, Facebook messages. You're popular. I like it.
That's right. It's also from a woman.
Anyway, speaking of that, it looks like Tristana is going to tank a tower while he tried to take out Grom. Very unfortunate idea for her.
Oh,
Ultraviolet
man.
Snacks makes a very big play that backfires heavily and just gives the Rise, who's 2-0-5, an extra kill now.
Hang on one second.
Hang on a second. What do you mean?
What I wanna know is, well, why would Callista get a Wits in? I understand that she's probably getting it for the Fizz, but why not go with your second item power spike, which looks like they're gonna go for a Baron here?
You know, Resurge definitely digging extremely deep
Into
into their
this
comp
meta.
idea. Yeah, extremely deep. Into metas we don't even know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I mean, Hurricane.
Fizz
someone
lands the
put that lane
ultimate. This
onto-
could be an engage. They are trying to make this an engage. The ultimate swinging back upon them again. The damage is coming through. It looks like Ziggs, Syndra, Lee Sin, Cho'Gath now. Everybody seems to be dying. And once again, Resurge seems to have lost the fight again.
It's like I said, if that Cho'Gath does not get his stacks early on, which instead of using it on minions, he tried to use it on champions, and it never worked. He's too squishy at this stage.
And that's honestly a big mistake out of Vhagar One Trick. They're going to try to take a tower out of this. These fights are now swinging into the favor of Anubis. And Anubis is caught up into the gold deficit that they were in for such a long time now.
Yeah, now they're only down 200 gold.
Honestly, the control wards are much different in this game as well. There's just not that many.
But I have been seeing Anubis has been placing more regular wards,
okay, he
though.
does get it.
Anubis has been placing more regular wards. Like, they have been placing wards everywhere.
Looks like some throws are starting to be tossed around here, folks. Looks like some of the audience members is thinking RSG's going back to their infamous throwing that they were doing in week 1. Let's see if that happens here. They have one more opportunity to maintain their gold lead. Never mind. It's gone. They don't have the gold lead anymore. What a way for that situation to transpire.
Soiled it. Soiled it.
Soiled it. Soiled it. Soiled it.
Oh, man. My friend just asked me a question in the league, and I don't know how to reply back to him.
You don't want to? Really?
Nope.
Well, then don't. Okay.
You are correct.
They definitely seem to be known
How many
for...
stacks does Shogun? He still only has 2 stacks. What is he doing?
I have no idea, my friend.
Like, everyone was up for the hype of Vhagar One Trick, but he's like...
Kind of giving the game away at his opportunity. Does ult
He
the
honestly
camp.
is. Like, if you're gonna play Cho'Gath mid, you build the mask item. I can't remember its full name. That's fine. Chrono Belt, no. What it looks like, he's going into like a Morello Namicon or something. Because what is the Lost Chapter going to? What, Morello Namicon?
Yeah, that's it actually. Just that one. They haven't figured out another way to use it.
You just basically build it. If you're gonna build him AP, at least build him AP tank Cho'Gath, not.
Looks like Anubis is waiting for a catch. They've got the wards cleared out. Not very many, though, but they do have some wards cleared out. Rise was going for a catch on Fizz. A little bit of lack of coordination going on here by Resurge. They're starting to show a little bit of their errors that they were showing in the game prior. Their lack of coordination. Lee Sin's got a catch. He's going for Hottie. Oh, boy, Hottie's really squishy. The stun has landed to prevent that from happening. Cho'Gath uses the Proto Belt. That's not going to be a lot of damage. Twixter avoids the situation. Fizz lands the ultimate onto a bye-bye Ezreal. Amsterdam gets saved by his support, Twixter. But Twixter in this situation is just not managing to get... And the ultimate kicks him right into the ADC! This is a... Oh my goodness, I can't believe that happened again. That's embarrassing. I just accidentally moved my mouse. That's silly. Can't believe that just happened. No fighting happened in that. Thank goodness for that.
It's so intense that it just happened.
Yep. This Fizz hasn't really missed an ultimate, and I ain't gonna lie. The Veigar one trick here uses Protobelt to clear the wave. Honestly, this is a very bizarre Cho'Gath strategy, and it's making me feel like he doesn't really play Cho'Gath, and that was an accidental pick, and he just committed to it for the sake of his buddy Grom.
I mean,
It's starting to look like that. I don't know if that's the case. It's starting to look that way. And Anubis grabs another Drake. That's an Infernal now.
when you play Cho'Gath mid,
Yep.
the only AP item that you ever get is Rod of Ages. And then you go into straight tank Cho'Gath. Because your ult is what's doing all the damage now. So what you normally would see on AP, or not AP Cho'Gath, but tank Cho'Gath mid, is Rod of Ages, into the Mask, into Stone Plate, into either a Frozen Heart or Random Zone, depending on what you're playing. So in this case, they'd want a Random Zone because it's Tristana. Try to slow her before she jumps away.
Williams is going to get caught again here. Or is he? He does get out in the nick of time as Resurge finally shows up. They're sticking as 5. Yeah, they are staying close to each other as possible. They have 3 very squishy champions. Twixter, Amsterdam, and Ezreal are all insanely squishy, and the only 2 semi-buff tanks happens to be the Cho'Gath and the Rise. It's an
Someone
interesting
asked in
turn
the
of
chat,
events.
where's my family? Your family's
that's
probably
Beluga Whale.
Yeah.
I remember him from the Week 1 game. He was actually pretty funny. Anyway, wow! Right off the bat, everybody gets stunned, everybody gets silenced, and it looks like Amsterdam does manage to take out the Lee Sin. Redemption has activated and went on, but it looks like Grom gets hit by a Fizz ultimate. The burst damage by Tristana does manage to take out 2 members. Here comes Rise back at it again, folks, but Zedology takes out Amsterdam. Takes out... Wow! I went right over my head. I meant to say the Veigar one trick. Resurge once again seems to be giving the game right back to Anubis. They only have 2 squishies left. And they're sieging that base up right now.
You know, honestly, that last fight, Fizz actually messed up. I don't know if you saw that. Fizz tried to Playful Trickster over the wall, and he had Playful Trickster first and flashed straight into the wall. He timed it incorrectly, so luckily Tristana snags. He actually carried the team fight right there.
Ooh,
Looks like...
slow landed. Ezreal does catch the block, but that was a very questionable decision. Ultraviolet takes out Ezreal as another free kill, and Hottie Williams, the legend himself, went from an unbelievably great game of game 1 to a now 3-11 Ezreal. I don't know what else to say. This is a throw and a half for Resurge. They're putting that extra throw in this one.
They got overconfident.
I think it's a little bit more than overconfidence. I think they got a little careless.
Yeah, that too.
Here comes Twixter, and it looks like Lee Sin's going to take him out super quick. Veigar one trick getting CC lockdown and bursted as well. This could be the end of the game. Anubis is starting to take advantage of now their full health bars. They are changing their strategy. They know they have the advantage with both the Callista and Cho'Gath down. They're going to take on that Baron and see what happens from here.
They definitely should. If Ezreal goes near this Baron, he's dead. He'll die before he can even...
5,000 on the Baron, 4,000, 3, 2, 1, and Lee Sin secures it quite in that order of time speed. Anubis went from down from their opponent by 10,000 to now ahead of their opponent by 6,000. What a unbelievably unfortunate event for Resurge. Let's see how the next fight goes. They've got Baron. I guess a little bit of pushing is the next strategy here. Get the lane shoved out, maybe set up, and engage at some point. But I don't know where. I don't know what the idea is or what the focus is. So that's the real question.
Neither do I. I mean, he actually completed the Ramel. But when holy crap, I can't even say the name now.
The Namicon?
Yeah, he actually completed that item.
Okay. The Morale Namicon. Yeah, that's what I called it.
That honestly does nothing for that champion.
Does give him extra mana, does make it so he's got a little bit of extra mana at the end of it, and also
but if you're
going to
go the tank build, if you're going to go the tank build, you just get a Frozen Heart, and you get all that mana from that.
Maybe it's this. He might be having just enough health for his ultimate to signal if the opponent happens to have 20% health. So if he reaches Grievous Wounds proc, he might be able to make the play work. The root has landed. Lee Sin now caught in unfamiliar territory. He gets killed as he attempted to outplay Camsterdam. Camsterdam with a nice flash. Fizz misses the ultimate.
That's his first time missing an ultimate.
And Anubis has... Oh, okay. Alright. What is happening?
We just won't... Whoa.
Neither side knows what to... Like, neither side has lost so much from the other. Ultimate's being used.
No, Anubis is doing fine. Anubis is doing fine. He missed his first fizzle.
Yeah,
he straight up like shot a whole chrono belt into a wall.
And then Colby also made a mistake trying to capitalize on an engage. Backfired horribly on him.
Well, like he's done that like 3 times.
Yeah, a little bit of mistakes here and there so far from both sides, from what I can tell. The Elder Drake could be a very make or break situation, because the next team fight could be the last one. Fizz is in position, so is Tristana. They're going to try to burst Ezreal or anybody that gets in their way. Wards are being cleared out here. Fizz managed to get his ultimate back. He gets it onto Hottie Williams. Hottie does not survive. Galio comes in. The Fizz gets his very, very important heal back from the redemption. Tristana grabs 1. He grabs 2. He gets 3. The jumps never end. He gets 4. And that ought to end the game for Anubis.
Now,
well,
I
guess they just did not improve as much as I thought they did. Resurge gives the game to Anubis in one of the most improbable turnabouts that I've seen in Darkstar Gaming's history so far.
If we go back to this Cho'Gath pick real quick.
Anubis has swung it all the way back.
I have with him going with Morel and Amicon instead of going with like Frozen Heart and stuff like that. If he goes the tank build, you activate Stone Plate. Your ult is gonna do like 3k true damage to some squishy champion. So why try to go AP where you have to land your skill shots, where all you got to do is press one button, flash, and hit the R button, and that ADC is dead. I don't understand why he went like this mixture AP build thing.
Well, we'll have to see what the next game has in store for us. Let's wait for somebody to give me some statistics. I hope Timothy's got the new one coming in for me. Let's hope he's got the new one for me coming around. That's going to be interesting to see how that turnabout is. Come on, Timothy, give me a new one, man. I need it. I need me a new one. Were the casters talking on Anubis earlier? Hey, man, Anubis clawed their way back. Not exactly sure what else to say other than that, but yeah, they definitely clawed their way back into this. It's a 1-to-1 now. We'll see. We'll make some editorial changes in the future, but hey.
I wouldn't say it's not talking shit. It's just pointing out things that they could do better and like pointing out their mistakes.
Of course. That's how we perceive it. But of course, as we all know, a lot of people can take certain perspectives and pick some sides, and then all of a sudden we're hearing some different words being said. But hey, my perspective here is I think we still got another match And possibly the finalizer music is coming back, folks. Let's see who can win this final match of the best of 3.
Were you asking me a question?
Me? Oh, no.
Okay, because I'm sorry. Sorry that I got quiet there, but I was typing. I was actually, my friend might actually tune into the stream, so someone new might be in the chat, so streaming well.
Cool, cool, cool. I will definitely do so. I'm actually excited as well to see how everything kind of turns about here. The best of 3 once again coming around, and so is so many folks. They're all chiming in, coming in to check out what's going on with this Resurge match. I thought this was going to be a nice 2-0, but Resurge takes a bit of a gamble with the off-meta strategy, doesn't exactly pay off, and Anubis now has their own win, so it's a 2-1 here. Let's see if Hottie and company can manage to get the win this time around. We're all back on the right sides here, so let's see how the situation looks. Anyway, while we are waiting for that, let's take a look at the statistics of the game that we were just watching here, folks. Thanks, Think and Company, for everybody trying to do their best to give as much help as possible.
Are we ready for game 3?
Yes, we will be momentarily, but let's take a look at the ward coverage again here. Much better ward coverage than it was last time. Very, very much better. Looks like 42 wards by the Lee Sin. Great job on the ward coverage. Completely outwarding the legend himself, Ezreal, who actually had a lot less wards this time. Rather surprising indeed. Any case, back onto the notion at hand, the warding coverage was actually statistically pretty on point. A little bit of lackluster in the mid lane coverage from the last time from both sides, but pretty decent for the most part. I like the control ward averages that this Callista and Twixter has been doing. He's been averaging 8 control wards per game, and I love that. That is just really cool stuff. But let's take a look at the damage chart here from the previous game as well. Tristana, 37,000 damage. So much damage. The Cho'Gath managed to do 19.3 damage. What do you think of it?
19.3 damage for Cho'Gath?
19.3 damage, yes. 19.3 thousand damage, yes. 19.3
Honestly, what we should be paying attention to is how much damage did he take.
Okay.
That's what you should be focusing on a Cho'Gath, not his damage.
Well, his damage taken in was 32.6k, which is slightly less than the Lee Sin damage taken, which was 36.8, which is actually pretty close.
But the Lee Sin, isn't it after
Wards
you die, it
destroyed
counts the damage?
situation looks pretty good. 20 wards destroyed by the Rakan. Nice. That is some good paying attention. I really like that there was 20 wards destroyed. That's why it always seemed like they never had a lot of wards out there. I like that. I really appreciate that. I hope the Rakan can really get some more benefits out of that, because that's honestly really good by Anubis' support. That was
I told you,
awesome.
they were placing regular wards everywhere.
Yeah. Anyway, back onto the track at hand here, folks. Let's wait until all members are ready.
Well, once the teams are ready, they're gonna let you know, and then you can start.
Okay, right. Cool. Sounds good. Sounds good to me.
Alright, ready for game 3. Then, just like last week on Monday, we're up all night for another good series, which I'm glad that it's a good series.
Okay. I think I might have fixed a problem. I don't know if I did. Oh yes, of course, the very thing that everybody really wants to take a look at themselves, because some people won't be able to see the statistics. Here you go. I cannot wait till this is never. I can't wait till the next I can't wait till the next season where we don't ever have to worry about that again. Here you go, folks. It is in the chat. Take a look at it if you need to. It's all yours.
You gotta remember, this is Riot. They move as slow as time. Ah, see what I did there?
Indeed. Let's get this match and the game
The
3 going.
fun.
Wait a second. We got a minor situation. Looks like Ultraviolet said they cannot go.
And... Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah, someone's just gonna
Yeah,
leave.
someone definitely. 4v5s. 4v5s. Tricky situation.
Dun, 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 dun. Have they said anything in the chat what the problem is?
Nothing. I just figured out what the issue is, and I figured to fix it. But anyway, I think both sides should be pretty good, unless there's bathroom break, of course, the infamous bathroom break. This has been a couple of long games here in Resurge. Yeah.
Okay, well, if they're gonna do a bathroom break, then I'm getting a drink. So I will be back.
Yeah, I should probably join you, getting a drink. But I think I'll stay here a little while until you come back. Bronze 4? No, Ninja, that's not a bronze 4 actually. That is his rank in the 3v3s. Boy, this client has to be getting worse and worse every single day. This is so silly. Oh man, what in the world? Oh my goodness. Somebody just got into a fight. Yes, he's gold 3. Of course I know that. I know he's gold 3. I knew that. And glad the audience members seem to know that as well.
Okay, you may now leave if you need to.
Okay, cool. I will be doing so
I'll relieve you
while
of
we're
your
still
duties.
right. While we will figure out if we will be able to make that work. Anyway, BRB. I'm gonna get my own drink.
Alright. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, time for question number 2. What's your favorite movie of all time? Only... No, we'll include movie series like Harry Potter for an example. If you don't quit with that damn Sonic's mom shit. We're gonna get sucky. I think that's what is it? A Hangover. Hacksaw Ridge. That's a good one. That's a very intense one. The Pokemon series. Lord. What's wrong with you? It's supposed to be the Yu-Gi-Oh series. Any other movie series? Like maybe like the Sherlock Holmes, because you know everyone's gonna love Sherlock Holmes. Who's gonna win this? I'm gonna tell you right now. If Anubis is able to get the same team comp as before, like if they allow Snacks to get that Tristana again and allow some sort of assassin in the mid lane, then that's definitely gonna be a win for Anubis. But if they deny all that, then and Resurge doesn't. If Veigar one trick gets Cho'Gath again and plays it correctly, then that, I mean, honestly, they could have easily won that game if he would have just gone tank Cho'Gath. Fuck Yu-Gi-Oh! Byakugan for life. Bro, Byakugan died after like a year. What are you talking about?
Alright, well, anyway. Yeah, I remember Byakugan. That was actually a pretty good thing. Unlike that Yu-Gi-Oh! Ugh, that's terrible.
Yeah, that has YCSs and Nationals on Twitch, thank you. What happened to Byakugan?
Can't even
nothing.
tease you, can I? Can't even tease you.
No, you can't tease me with my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Bro, I got one card that's...
Anubis! Let's see if they got one last game in them, but honestly, that was a pretty one-sided affair, because that was just like Resurge almost giving them the game at the way that they were playing and the playstyle. It was kind of bizarre. But let's see what the next match has in store for us. Blaze is streaming? Blaze, duel me on Dueling Club.
Draven out.
Ooh. I didn't know Blaze streamed. Did you know Blaze streamed?
Nope.
Maybe we might be talking about somebody
Who
else.
dares defy my will?
We'll just have to wait for him, won't we? Who dares defy my will? Well, it looks like J4, Malachi, Sejuani, Tristana, Draven, and Zed. Oh, bye-bye. Off the board. What's Resurge's strategy now? Is it gamble away with another... gamble their chances with another off-meta strategy? Or will they attempt to try to win the game again? Ninja King has secured the Rakan.
Well, yeah, they're definitely gonna secure that. But if Resurge just goes back to like a team fighting comp, they'll just win. Unless Anubis match. Oh my god.
Cho'Gath immediately been secured. Is Veigar one trick once again, just to prove you wrong, attempting to once again play the Cho'Gath as Warwick appears to be hovered by Hottie?
Veigar one trick, if you're watching this. Oh man. Oh, he finally plays the Veigar. We can finally see if he's the Veigar one trick.
Oh, there we go. That confirms it. Thank you very much, Blaze, for answering him. Veigar been secured. The Veigar one trick might actually get to play the Veigar mid lane. I did an accent. I was doing an accent.
Why did you sound like a pirate? Veigar's like some weird demonic demon.
The Veigar.
That's like 4 inches tall.
Veigar. Arrgh. Alright, well.
I mean, sometimes I worry about you.
You worry about me? Why? I didn't do anything, officer.
There could be children watching.
Yeah. Methodology takes the Orianna, and Rammus also been taken. Rakan, yep, of course. Cho'Gath, Veigar, and what is the Veigar one tricks pick? Because Amsterdam could be playing Veigar support. I have seen this in the in-house.
No, Army, please.
I'm saying what I know, and what I know is what I'm saying.
Please,
that's what I say, and that's what I know, and Ivern has been confirmed for Hottie Williams.
Just don't say any more obscure support picks. Please. I don't want to
see... Volibear support is not an option. Are you telling me Ivern support? Not an option.
That was an actual thing.
That was an actual thing.
I'll just be over here.
You know, I wonder if Veigar One Trick and Grom know about what you said and is about to bait the Cho'Gath mid.
If they do, and if he full on goes like AP Cho'Gath and like loses in lane, I'm going to call him out on it so hard.
Right now, people are starting to beg, hey, wait a second, their team looks pretty good. Grab a Sivir. Says Anubis should get themselves a Sivir for that extra movement speed. Let's see if Ultraviolet will take it or another carry. Here we go. Cho'Gath bans the Gnar. Usually that's a counter pick. Yeah, that's a counter pick.
Yeah, that's a good ban.
Yeah, that's a counter pick for
Now,
Cho'Gath.
what they should do in that case, if that happens, they should pick Trundle for the top lane. Because if that Cho'Gath's going top lane, yeah, because even if Cho'Gath goes mid and they build him correctly this time, Trundle will get so much MR and armor resistance plus a humongous amount of health on an instant proc from the ult. It is insane. Because I've played Trundle, and when there's a Cho'Gath on another team,
Kalista is about to be secured, so it looks like the cries from TFK 377, it's about to be not heard as Ultraviolet seems to still be hovering. Wait a second, switches to the Varus. 4 seconds on the clock. 2, 1. He switches to Kalista the last second to confirm as Twixter takes the Sivir.
Which, honestly, Kallista's still fine. I mean, even if you don't get the movement speed from Sivir, you have a Rakan that you can throw right in there, and he's just going to instantly either go for his knockup or go for an instant taunt with his ult. So, I mean,
or get his knockup and then use his ultimate. You were saying ultimate then
Rakan's kind of squishy.
Yeah, well, it's a knockup, and then here's Galio secured to the last possible second. Looks like that's the top laner.
There's one problem I see with Anubis' comp. Where's their late game scaling?
You bring up a good argument.
Because when you're facing a Veigar and a Cho'Gath, you need other late game to counteract that. Because Veigar's going to get to the point where he's going to walk up, click one button, and that Kalista or Rakan's going to die.
Yep. Hey, you guys digging the music or what? I know it's on the repeat, but basically I just want to know if you like the music or not.
Man, I wish I could listen to it.
Yeah, I know, right? We get muted out because we don't want to hear ourselves. That's how much we hate ourselves. We just don't want to listen to ourselves.
I don't hate myself. That might be you, but that's definitely not me.
Oh, but it turns out you were hating yourself way before I even met you.
Chad, this is why you stay in school, kids.
Hey. It's got nothing to do with nothing, and you know it. Let's go ahead and see what the last second options are. No, Veigar is actually going to get his one trick, and Cho'Gath is going to get his top lane. No surprises here. Ivern is the only real surprise. I've said my piece about Ivern. Still don't really like him that much. I feel like you can get a jungler to have a different, If
it's going to go back to tank meta, like full-on tank meta, Ivern's going to be 100% like...
back in the meta?
Yeah, because, I mean, think about it. You have a tank at the top lane, you'll have a tank support, and you got Ivern in the jungle. Like, unlimited amount of shielding from Ivern, and you'll have 2 redemptions, well, depending on what type of support build you're going to go with. You'll always have 2 lockets. And then you'll have the one that can remove someone from some type of CC, like any type of stun or something. I can't remember what it's called. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Well, what's the name? Say it to the stream, Someone else might not know.
Are you calling my bluff, sir? You can say it yourself, and you know it.
I don't know the item.
Alright, well then I guess I won't tell you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm assuming that he doesn't know the item either.
Well, I mean, redemption is one of the items you get with Ivern, so...
That's what I already said that.
So what else were you trying to say? Like a unholy grail?
The item where if, let's say your ADC gets stunned, and you click on them with that item.
Oh, Mikhail's Crucible. Oh.
Yes.
The Crucible. Yeah, the Crucible. Thank you, Villa, for helping us out, and by the way, giving me the answer. Thank you, man.
Man, there is a blimp flying above your head right now that went so high over your head.
You're assuming I'm looking at you when I'm actually just drinking water. Like giving you a
No.
glare when I'm not.
But you slammed that cup down.
There you go. For the folks at home. Only moments, only minutes, only precious seconds away, and we will finally be able to get this kind of thing going. Yo, when am I getting the guest commentator invite? I haven't thought about that type of idea, Burgers, but hey, we are adapting to some interesting ideas. Although, I gotta get them approved of before I start saying everything goes. Don't want to be too careless now. Back to the game. 20 seconds left on the clock here, and the comps look rather interesting. But I feel like the Vagar one trick obviously is going to make the big difference here. Let's see what happens, really.
For the side of Anubis, they're going to have to win early game super hard to shut down this late game capability from the side of Resurge. If they don't, they will eventually just end up losing, unless they can get picks. Or Oriana gets a great ult. You know, I'm surprised that almost 40 people are still sticking with us in the chat.
You know what? I've seen Stranger Things. It's a good show.
Man, you were trying.
Oh, come on. That was alright. That was alright.
It was a good one, but you were trying.
So you know what? You know what? Sometimes you gotta try.
Sometimes life gives you lemons.
You gotta get up and try. There we go, folks. This is the final game, the finalizer, the last match. Will Resurge, the gambles that Resurge's been taking here, they're taking their solid options that they're very confident with. But will their gambit of giving the game to Anubis, is that true? And if that is true, will it backfire against them, giving Anubis one last chance?
You see what Anubis is doing right now? They're doing the exact same thing that Resurge did.
Which means we might be seeing one team running into the other.
But Resurge invaded from the other side. But look at this. Resurge placed a key ward right there just outside the bush, so they're going to instantly know where they're at.
Yep, they do, and that is going to give it away. They know where the enemy is, so what's the next course of action?
They're going to wait for him in this tri-bush.
Or they're going to run into him, and it looks like that's about to happen. Both sides are walking right into each other.
Ooh.
Never mind, they go the other direction just in the nick of time.
That key instinct right there. Their spidey senses were tingling.
Yep, and that's what you get for warding and not warding. In passengers only. Actually, that was a terrible pun. It's just trying to play off the words inloading and unloading passengers only is what I was trying to do.
I thought
and
you
that
were
one
trying
just
to make
didn't work.
like a snake on a planes pun or something. I was like, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but you can't really do the saying here because it's got a swear in it. That's the problem. The red buff is going to go quite easily to the Rammus, but Ivern over here doesn't have to worry about that. He's going to instantly take the camps. So, bam.
Wait, why was he so low?
I believe you don't recall, but Ivern uses his own mana and health bar to sacrifice the very minions he's trying to save.
Yeah. That's how long it's been since I've seen Ivern.
Wow, I'm actually surprised at the lack of Resurge fans here. It looks like always with the Anubis fans. I've been saying Anubis nonstop, but I've not heard a lot of Resurge saying the Resurge are going to win this. Zetology gets slowed. The Vagar one trick does not get enough damage to come through.
That is the one problem with Ivern. You don't really have much kill potential for a gank. So you basically have to let your whatever lane you're ganking basically do all the damage. Looks like Rammus is already invading the... Did he seriously not get seen there?
I guess not.
Wow. Why didn't he... Go take the red buff, man. What are you doing?
Well, he definitely got seen that time. Zedology. You know, the thing is, they have no idea. Like, they have no idea that Ivern is on his other half of the jungle. Like, zero clue. His assumption is that the buffs have already been taken, which, as we know, that's not true at all. That's not whatsoever. Ivern is currently going to take the Raptor camp on the opposing side to try to steal some of the camp from Rammus. And Rammus is now going to find out the hard way that Hottie Williams have already stolen one of his camps already. And is now about to gank mid.
Rammus is set up, though, for mid.
Twixter here and Ultraviolet have a very... Ultraviolet Snack seem to be quite a very interesting opponents that they've been going up against. It hasn't been an easy match for either side here, whether he's trying to utilize as much of the late game as possible or forcing early games to go well and work well, but it's been a very interesting match indeed. Here we go, SKT1 tries to make the cutoff here, ends up voluntarily stunning himself, and Veigar One Trick is very low on mana. He's going to get one more auto in. He's going to get finished up by the Ivern auto attack, and Zedology is going to flash out of there to avoid the silliness.
Wow, Rammus has only 5 farm compared to Ivern's 18.
Uh-huh.
And Ivern's just gonna go take more of his farm.
Yep. Not a lot more to say, really.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is why Ivern was nerfed. No, he was nerfed because his shielding was broken.
Oh, baby, yes. It was so strong to get really good slows, and his Q was also pretty good, too. I think they changed it a bit. Twixter? What'd you use your E for? Weird time to do that. Veigar! I'm sorry. What? He DC'd? What just happened?
That didn't look like a DC because that looked like he was taunted because Veigar was like slouched to the ground from what it looked like.
No, that didn't happen because nobody taunted him.
No, I'm saying like he was click control and like hit 3 or 4 or something like that. Because look, he's moving perfectly fine.
Okay, well, maybe Resurge is not done giving away kills just yet. This is such a weird... It is so weird. Resurge's entire thing makes no sense. It's like you cannot understand anything that Resurge does. It makes no sense. How does this happen? Not a
They
DC,
give a kill, so they get
BMing.
2. That's what I'm saying. Like, why is he BMing?
I don't know if
They
it's
just
that.
got
Well, it
their
might not be that,
asses
though. We
handed
don't know,
to 'em.
honestly. Hottie Williams is going to get himself in a terrible spot. Veigar wants to get one more kill here. The silence onto the Rammus, the ultimate land, and the combination. Here comes Galio in the nick of time. But it is not in the nick of time, actually. Looks like it will be a kill for Veigar on the way out. They run out of there with the CC lockdown. I don't understand Resurge. I just don't get them. They just... The way they think, the way they play, the decisions they make perplex me to such a degree that I just don't understand.
Ladies and gentlemen, the casters are getting tilted right now.
Am I? I don't even know what I'm understanding. Oh boy, bye-bye. That's going to be a nice double ult combo to take out that Orianna.
That's how you chomp the champion.
Yep. Well, he'll
Just pointing
certainly
that
be
out.
teaching his friend about that later. Hopefully. Depending if that's ever going to be another Cho'Gath mid, the legend. To be honest, we're back to the Farm Fest as we normally were earlier, and Twixter really loves having no mana, because he uses every ounce of it every chance he can get. That blue buff is going to go right to Veigar here.
I mean, most of the time you say that because I mean you get free mana off your E. as long as you can use it correctly.
Yeah, from Callista, yes, but not from Sivir. Oh, you mean the barrier? Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about like
No,
when you
no, no,
auto
no. I
attack a
know.
minion and okay.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but
Okay.
no, I'm talking about Sivir's spell shield.
Big guy Max saying, I mean, what's the point? You gotta have an interesting theory, but what do you mean, what's the point? Are we talking about philosophical things? Are we saying, like, what's the point of being alive? What do we got here?
Did Anubis not win last game?
They did.
Yeah, they
That's why
won
we're
it by
here.
landslide because Resurge thought that they could just win doing dumb things.
Yeah. But I don't know about this one. They kind of just did dumb things again, but I don't know why. Unless it was not intentional. I honestly can't tell.
Now, honestly, when he killed himself, that did look intentional.
It can't really... Well, I mean, there's nothing to debate about here, whether he did it intentional or not. It's still a kill for Orianna.
Oh yeah.
Zedology is, 2-1 right now. Which is kind of awkward, honestly, and weird. He wasn't laughing or anything. He just didn't, react. That's the weird thing. Is what makes it feel like he either DC'd or did it on purpose. Zedology's low enough. Veigar goes for the ultimate. A little late, but does get in range to finally get that ultimate off onto Ori. I'm pretty sure he could go pretty far.
If he was able to cast it on you, you can if somehow you could pull yourself all the way to the fountain, it will travel with you.
Yeah. Blue buff secured. The Veigar is going to take the blue buff. Stun. Oh, wow. Rammus. He's going to try to set up the play for Galio here, but I don't know how much damage these guys can do here. The CC lockdown is being sent by both sides here. Grom does manage to bite the Rammus, take him out. And Hottie Williams and company leave, as it looks like the bot lane was there to try to get there in time, but didn't do so.
It looks like they won't be able to get first tower out of this. Unless Orianna can hurry up and make it there and clear the way fast enough with her ult, if she has it. Well, looks like she doesn't.
Looks like she doesn't. The tower being secured by Sivir gives 2 extra kills to the Sivir here, and that's going to increase the lead for the Sivir, who hasn't gotten any kills so far. A bit of a exhausted game. Like a fatigue seems to definitely be coming through from both sides, and definitely you and me.
Oh yeah. I'm running low on Gatorade.
Oh geez, really? Did you get any more?
Oh yeah, I did, but I drank it all.
That's why you gotta have some water, my man. That way you gotta rotate your drinks. That way you can conserve as much Gatorade as possible. This is a very valuable Drake, and it looks like Anubis is about to get their hands on it. It's gonna go right to Anubis, and that will be their Drake secured. Infernal Drake, the damage bonus is gonna be great for them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The Thunderlord's proc did that extra damage right there.
But it didn't even come close to killing him. That's... a Veigar 1 trick, you think he would know how much damage his ultimate would do.
Oh, he ulted him?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't...
Yeah, half health, yeah.
Didn't we talk about this last time that he, doesn't actually play Veigar?
Well, no, that's not... We haven't confirmed that, though. He says he does. In the interview when we asked him, he said he does main Veigar.
Oh, I thought he said he didn't.
No, he did. He said he did.
Oh, that was my
He
fault.
basically also said that it's a great way to convince people to ban Veigar, which is also true.
Well, now we're telling his secrets all over again.
I mean, what's the difference? You could just look up the video, or you could just listen to us again. You know how it is. Rom gonna take some poke fire damage. He goes for the Righteous Glory early, the classic top laning item. Gets boxed into the pain pen. He gets stun locked, actually, trying to get out. It's going to end up being some damage on the trade back, but Ultraviolet survives.
Kept him alive.
Crazy stuff.
Wow, Daisy's doing a lot of damage to the Rammus. Wow.
Oh,
What the heck?
baby, yeah. The playpen gets him caught up again here, as Blaze would call it. And the tower mid continues to be sieged. So little mana on each side. Ultimate's being engaged here. It's finally game time. Right now, it looks like Cho'Gath and Rammus are on the one-on-one, but that's turning into a one-on-4. And Zedology needs to get out of there. He does barely do so. The Cho'Gath, the mighty one, has finally been broken apart, but more members of the side of Anubis have been quite, forced to have very low health, and so as their Resurge counterparts.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
I was going into the mentality that Anubis had no chance to win this one after what happened with week 1, because it's like, you're talking about chemistry, you don't just improve when you have new players, you improve when you get team chemistry and you have coordination and everything. But maybe they've been proving me wrong here, as Resurge has been looking like the worser half of the deal, as they've been managing to lose multiple fights so far since the past couple of matches.
Man, I always go for like the underdogs, and most of the time they win.
Most of the time they win. The stun lockdown, Veigar does get the CC, but it does not seem to stop their engages. Everybody's throwing everything in there, but the damage is not coming through. The ultimate has finally been activated and killed properly. Veigar takes out Callista.
If Orianna was there for that setup,
Oh, this is a very
that
cringy
could have
game.
been that could have been game changing. That would have probably straight up just set them into, or Anubis straight up into first place.
OP.GG, he plays a ton of Veigar actually by Itsuyaga. Okay, well thank you for letting me know, man, because the weird game. It's a very weird game.
Well, if he plays a ton of Veigar, I still want to know what was he doing when he stood next to the tower.
I don't know. I'll have to ask him if he gets MVP by the audience, which they will be voting. Perhaps will be the most interesting MVP of all time. Although I hope Tekish Gosi Tsuke will be getting the MVP thanks to that incredible ward. Amsterdam will be getting it, I'm hoping, because of that incredible ward destruction he had in the previous game. He had 20 wards destroyed. That was just awesome. I really hope he can get himself an MVP because of that.
What shall I do?
Hopefully. Well, I don't know if you can get MVP just off of ward coverage.
Ward destruction, though. Have you ever even met a single person that destroyed 20 wards in a game?
Yeah.
Who?
I watch them all the time on the LCS.
And you're saying that's not MVP worthy? That's LC. What are you even saying? What are you even saying?
You should expect supports to destroy a lot of wards.
20 wards is something to be expected, you're telling me.
Yes.
How many in the games that you've played in your history have you seen even one person destroy 20 wards?
Most I've destroyed is
0.
31.
0 people have destroyed 20 freaking wards, man. 0.
I just said I destroyed 31, but that happened like one time.
But when was that?
I was playing Taric support, and I was just running around the whole game.
Okay.
But enough of me. Let's get back to the game.
Alright, fair enough. Point I was trying to make is, if anything, you deserve an MVP just for that performance alone. But if it's a lie, then you're just discrediting the value of a 20 ward destruction.
Why would I lie about something like that?
You certainly do. You're essentially... Anyway,
Wait, there's about to be a
about
fight,
to be a fight, indeed. The next Drake is a Mountain Drake. Both of the sides could use this really well. But can they get it off? The ultimate by Zarya gets the damage to come through. Ultraviolet is being forced into 3 members, and that miscommunication could lead to more devastating advantage for Resurge. That was a very poor show. They completely lost track of what was going on. Hottie gets his health back here, but it looks like Suke gets killed off, and so does the remaining members. Every member of the Anubis squad has gone down.
But my 31 wards only happened one time, and I feel proud about it. So leave me alone.
I mean, yeah, it's a huge factor here, but I've seen many a games. Oh wait, darn it! I messed up again. I called her Zarya when I was trying to say Zyra. Dang it! Oh, Overwatch!
You shouldn't even said anything. You shouldn't even said anything. I didn't even notice it.
Yeah, but I have to say it now because someone else said it. Overwatch!
Hey, Darkstar, good job pointing that out, because I missed it.
RSG! We gotta finally somebody in the chat saying, let's go RSG. RSG! RSG! And now we're getting something to go pretty well for them.
Well, would you not just cheering Anubis a minute ago?
That's not the point of me cheering. I thought you understood what it meant for
No,
me cheering.
him. I said him.
Oh,
Like,
Beluga.
was
Yeah,
he
you're
not
right,
just-
actually. Wait a second. And Star Fox changed his thing, too. Wait a second here. Our audience members are betraying their own teams.
Y'all are insane.
These people are cheating on their own teams.
Oh, bye-bye,
Well,
Callisto.
bye-bye. Vigard doesn't need a lot of time to take out an ADC, and you can see why.
RSG bandwagon.
Yeah, it just seems like the second RSG starts winning, that's when the game starts to get a little out of control. But Orianna seems to be splitting on the bot side. Not really much of a split pusher, or a tower taker, in fact. But it definitely seems to be working out semi in their favor for them. Anubis has lost some momentum after that. A couple of kills and that ace in the bot lane. Lots of momentum being taken away. 5,000. But as we know from Resurge, they definitely seem the type of people that might give away some advantages. Adi tries one more time. But Amsterdam secures the kill on Rammus, which means now this is going to be Hottie getting the upper hand against the stone monster Galio.
Hey, look at that. Stone versus stone. Who's gonna win?
Lotus isn't playing, Star Fox. I can't chant for random names. You can't do that. That's not how that works, Star Fox. Can you see this, man? Just trying to get attention, clearly.
Get out of here. Oh, goodbye.
Oh, saved him. Good job by the Callista, but really, I hope that's going to end up... hope that's not going to be too bad in the future for them.
Get the chance. Go C9 Dragon made.
Yep.
That's that like new Cloud9 team or something like that.
No, it's not that. There's a player that's named Go C9 Dragon made, but he's not in the game. I don't know why people are bringing up other teams that have nothing to do with this game. They got to be just as above board as we are. We're just expecting one of these matches to come to a close at some point, but it looks like just the lack of research communication or lack of coordination here just kind of seems like these games feel so long in comparison to the others.
Well, the other game I cast was like just as long.
Yeah.
Or no, it was longer.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, it really
Yeah,
was
so-
because Resurge, that Research match was really like that was just 50 minute. But this one is definitely a much shorter.
Not really. It's only an hour or less right now.
I mean, that is
Looks like
shorter.
there's a
An
fight
hour
going
less
down
is
right
shorter.
now.
Oh, Rihanna actually hits a ball that actually takes out multiple members. The Zyra ultimate manages to get a good knock up here, but that Galio just doesn't know when to die. Violet does manage to get enough damage to take out the Stiver, who desperately tried to run away. The Rammus does go down. The Vagar one trick does get killed. And it looks like Ultraviolet is now being sent back thanks to that burst damage. None of the members can continue their pressure, and Anubis comes out with the higher end of the deal. Actually, no, never mind. They forced a 2-for-2.
Oh my God.
This is possibly like, how do you describe this? It's like the opposite of like a close. No, it's not like that. I'm thinking like two really good teams. What's the opposite of two really good teams? In a sense of like two titans. Like what's the opposite of that? Two rats?
Two rats. You just compared them to like the dumbest creature ever. Is that the chicken?
The two chickens clucking it out in battle. Neither
my
side
God.
can get the upper hand.
Wow, two rats. You know what this is like? This is like watching the two worst NBA team play each other.
I mean, yeah, that's essentially the pun I was making with the rats.
Yeah, well, mine.
The two chickens clucking at each other, nibbling at every single bit that the other can get.
Hang on, you said the two rats, and then you said chickens.
I mean, you kind of gave me a good one. Don't pluralize. Yeah. Actually,
Let
two
it
mice
know.
make sense.
Let it known here now, ladies and gentlemen. That I give Army all of his ideas. Apparently.
You get. You do?
Yes.
Ultraviolet, they're going to engage right now. They do have some semi-lockdown onto Hottie Williams. Vigor One Trick takes out the support, but Ultraviolet takes out one member. The ultimate forces the bye-bye of that ADC that was having a rampage. The Galio goes down, the triple kill. Will Vigor One Trick commit? No, he will not. They're going to go possibly right back to Baron or rotate to that mid side to grab themselves another Drake.
No.
No.
Oh snap! Rift Herald's been bot lane the whole time.
I
Wow,
don't remember the one time when Sivir made fun of the way you walk. Oh. It's the Cleveland Browns versus the New York Giants. What do you think? Accurate?
No, they're worse than them. I'm a New York.
I don't know. Hold on.
Bro,
Hold
Cleveland
on,
Browns
this is actually
average
sounding-
like 12 points a game.
But that's kind of what Anubis is really doing. I think Anubis is the Browns and the Giants are the research team. Because it's like, you expect the Giants to at least be pretty good. I don't know. What do you think?
Bruh, I'm not going
And
to
then-
say Anubis is bad because they won game 2.
It's true.
Like,
yeah,
they came
yeah.
back and won game 2.
Well, I mean, wait a second. The Browns, like, getting close victories, too. Not close victories. They got in close matches where they almost won.
Bro, the Cleveland Browns haven't won a game for, like, the past, 2 seasons.
I'm just saying the Titans. I'm just going to point out the Titans have almost lost to them. They basically got... the final score was 12-9. And the Browns
But
nearly
you know what?
won.
Marcus Mariota stepped up and
Did he?
pulled up. I don't know, but he just died. Rakan just died.
Yeah, Rakan died again here. Grom's going to go right on top of the very scary... Actually,
Please
no,
tell me
not at this
he's
point
got
scary.
flash.
My goodness. Vagar is absolutely on the rampage. He's just one-shotting people at this point.
Yeah, he's 11.
Bro, you are arguing that the Browns are not bad. Yeah, I think you might be onto something. I probably should stop.
I mean, you just try to say that the Browns are better than the Titans.
I didn't say that. I just said they were trying, and they nearly beat them. Oh! Rammus almost died from that ultimate, but he barely makes it.
See, that's what happens when you stack your health.
Yeah,
Just saying.
yeah.
Wait
We had
until
to
you get
also
that
get a little
skill
extra. For what are you talking about? We are playing esports, not actual sports. Alright, fine. We'll stop talking about that type of thing.
plate. Someone to like say something else about football.
Deshaun Watson is what everybody seems to be talking about and interested in. It looks like we should get back to the focus at hand here. Bye-bye, Rammus. He gets taken out really quickly. The Galio
Why are they
immediately gets
fighting?
popped as well. The follow-up... wait, what?
I said, why are they fighting? Because the Callista's not there. Because I think it's game now.
That should be the game, in fact. 27 minutes on the clock here. Resurge has gotten every kill to come back for him. Zedology tried to get the little burst on that Sivir, but it looks like they have the health bar, they have the damage, they could win the game here. The E has been able to be landed, and Vagar gets the Thunderlord, taking out the AD carry yet again. And Twixter uses the ultimate to get the extra boost of speed. The Nexus towers are being sieged in here. The Nexus has finally been broken open here. The ultimate by Rakan trying to stop what is the inevitable. Resurge has complete control. They take out the last tower. Veigar wants to take one more kill. He does get it. And it looks like the 15-3, actually, yeah, the 15-3 Veigar has single-handedly dragged his team into more and more kills, ending the game 8-28, and Resurge wins the best of 3. 15
GG.
tower shots, by the way, by Grom, which he wanted you to know. He wanted you to know about that.
Yeah, that's because Grom knows how to play Cho'Gath.
Oh, baby, yes. Let's take a look at those statistics while I go ahead and make myself the straw poll for the people at home for that incredible performances. I'm just going to point out here that I think Amsterdam should get the MVP this time. I might be biased here, but ward destruction is a very integral part, and 20 wards destroyed is not something you can just ignore, in my opinion. 20 wards destroyed is extremely difficult to perform. Not a lot of teams can pull that off, and let alone not a lot of players can get that many destroyed. Hottie Williams, Veigar, one trick, Twixter, Amsterdam. Okay, let's go ahead and create that straw poll here, folks. Here you go. The MVP option is now presented for you. And if you know who to pick, you can join in too.
You put your left foot in, you put your
You put your left foot in. Alright, here comes my vote. I'm picking the Amsterdam for that incredible ward destruction. But let's see what the next situation here is. Right now, the voting seems to be for Hottie Williams, who has been getting a lot of votes coming in as well. The legend himself, Hottie Williams, the man who who went 3-11 with Ezreal and died to a golem camp in the game before. Okay, I'm glad people are aware of what's going on and know exactly what the situation's all about with
Grom,
that guy.
I got you. Grom, I got you. I got you with that one boy.
He is incredible. Let's go ahead and take a look at another statistical thing while this continues to grow up. Amsterdam seems to be getting a bit of a lead, but here anyway, let's take a look at the final games of the final situation. It seems like the game began to snowball quite out of control, and the damage is the main reason. 25,000 damage on the Veigar! My gosh, that's a lot. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Let's take a look at the ward coverage here. Control wards purchased, 10 of them. 29 wards placed. Definitely trying to win over my heart, because that's exactly how you do it. That's awesome amount of warding for their team. Warding seems to be quite great. What?
What?
I thought you were going to say something.
I said I do believe.
I do believe. Ah, okay. 26 wards for the Rammus. So 26 for 26. That's a pretty good ward control for Anubis. Their warding definitely seemed to be pretty solid here. But that damage by Veigar is hard to ignore, especially for that final game. 29 wards still by Amsterdam. Really makes me feel like Amsterdam should get an MVP. But it appears to be nearly a three-way tie. It's Hottie Williams and Amsterdam are neck and neck for the MVP option. Veigar One Trick is still waiting on the situation at hand here. Here you go, folks, to take a better look. This is how it looks from my camera. And Hottie Williams sneaks the lead. Hottie Williams is now ahead and out in the front. It looks like I'm being asked to do a repoll in the near future. But let's take a look at that option, because honestly, I think I might need to do it a three-way. Hold on. It's not over yet, Burgers. Hottie's in the lead, but it looks like we will be doing another. It's not over yet, Hottie. We still got one more minute, man. Not over. But anyway, it looks like I'm being asked as well to do a revoting. Hottie Williams got another vote. So it looks like this might be all but secured here. We won't be making a remake. Hottie Williams defeating Ezreal, 11 deaths, is about to the negative. And people are voting for a negative kill-death ratio. I can't believe this. Hottie Williams and the Ivern and the Sejuani are about to win the MVP. Wait a second, Amsterdam has tied the votes with no time left. I have to make another vote.
Bro, someone is trolling so hard.
Oh, definite. Oh, 100%. Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and do MVP, and we're gonna go ahead and split this between Amsterdam and this is amazing. Amsterdam and Hottie Williams, and now we're gonna go ahead and drop the revote.
Okay, listen.
To see
listen.
what people have to say.
All the Grom fans right now who voted with me, we're gonna vote for Amsterdam, okay? Forget Hottie Williams.
Here's the revoting here because it was a tie. Let's go ahead and drop the next voting between Amsterdam and Hottie Williams since I was just about to run out on the timer. Poor Hottie Williams. Let's see how the situation goes on here. I will not vote because my pick is too even. 50-50 on the board right now. 16 votes in. Both are equal. And honestly, this could be the deciding fate here as they come down to the ticking thing. Hottie Williams sneaks the lead as we're still waiting down on the timer here. I will be counting down from 30 seconds from this point equal to tie. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like, despite Amsterdam's incredible efforts, Hottie Williams is the MVP.
I'm sorry, but some of y'all just brain dead.
It's gonna be confirmed here. I will not take any further look into the situation at hand. Oh boy, the timer already ran out.
What, did someone else vote?
Two people just voted and stole the lead, but it's too late. Hottie Williams has won it from the timer that I just counted down. Amsterdam, I'm sorry you didn't beat the timer. It's over. Amsterdam does not get MVP. Hottie Williams gets the MVP. Let's go ahead and bring them in to the lobby at hand here and get him into the interview here, folks. I'll go ahead and know he is ready to go when he enters into. Actually, never mind. It looks like he might not be ready to go yet. But anyway, Amsterdam, I'm so sorry, but Hottie Williams somehow, some way has won it. Let's go ahead and bring him in to the casting room here. This is quite unfortunate for people who are trying to beat the clock here. The timer already ran out, and Hottie Williams had gotten it ahead by that time. So by the rules of the time that I said, counting from 30, it is Hottie Williams winning the vote. So let's go ahead and bring him into the casting room. Hottie Williams, sorry to drag you in here, man, but I wanted to have an interview for you.
Appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed the games. We really wanted to make that second game interesting. You know, we had some comps we wanted to try out on stage and just have a good time. So.
Oh, did you have a good time?
Oh yeah, we had a hell of a good time. We sent a Syndra bot lane. Like we were up for like trying everything. I mean, like, you know, sometimes you have an idea that something might work, but you don't really know if it's gonna work. And so we just figured we were really confident that like we were gonna win the series, and so we just wanted to give this a shot out. And you know, I mean, as you can see, when we play straight up, no contest.
Well, I feel really, you know what? speaking of contests, a lot of controversy might have just been made right now about the whole Camsterdam situation. What do you have to say about that personally?
Well, I mean, so Cam's a great support. We're tied up now. It says officially on the votes. I feel like some of those votes were probably Twitch chat trolling and changing their votes after the timer counting down just to make controversy. You know how Twitch chat is. They love it. They love the drama. And like that's honestly what we're about here at Resurge. We're about the drama. Like I mean, what else are you gonna get when you die to Krugs or you pull out the Syndra bot lane with the Cho'Gath mid and like. I mean that's what League's about, man. It's not...
Namicon.
Yeah, right. Like, I mean, who else is gonna see this shit? You're not gonna see this shit anywhere else. No other teams in the leagues are trying stuff out like this.
Well, the Cho'Gath stuff was 100% bad.
I mean, but I mean, sometimes you don't know, right? Like, I mean, you get some scrim games and you get some solo queue games in, and maybe you get some like flex fives, but. You don't really know until you honestly try. Yeah.
We all know it's bad.
I mean, we were up 5k gold and then we threw. So
I see what you're saying. Okay, so Sonic, your opinion aside here, Hottie Williams here, you went in game 2, 4-11. Now let's not be wrong here. It's quite obvious that in the MVP standards, a person who ever goes a 4-11 in a game usually is never going to get an MVP. Never ever. Not that's never happened in my book anyway, and I've been doing this for about over a year now, and you are the very first person to ever go in negative and still get the MVP. So honestly, what do you have to say about MVPs in general from your opinion?
I mean, it's the body of work, right? It's who pulled 3 bans against him. Forced the J4 ban, forced the Maokai ban, forced the Sejuani ban. They had to pick my Ramus away. Like, they didn't have options, right? Like, I'm the one getting banned out here, and, because like they can't ban out Na, right? That's the other advantage. Like, Na is a fantastic mid laner. You can't beat Na in the mid lane. You can't beat our bot lane. And so what they trying to focus me? Not gonna happen. Like you gotta think smarter with your drafts. The teams need to learn to think smarter with their drafts.
Okay. I got you. Honestly, that's actually a pretty good endeavor to have. Like it's a good idea to just practice some ideas that you could do, because it seemed like the Syndra idea was to just, if Rakan's going to engage, push him away so he doesn't get to do his play. I like that idea, and
it's something that Cam has had a lot of success on in solo queue, and it's something that we wanted to try out.
It almost worked, honestly.
It almost worked, and I'll admit the Ez pick did not help that. Neither did the Cho'Gath pick. Yeah.
So, Hottie Williams, sorry to interrupt you again. I just wanted to say one last thing.
Yeah.
You are probably the most, in my opinion, beloved jungler I have ever had the pleasure to cast. You are just an absolute treat, man.
It's because I'm Hottie Williams, dude. Yeah. I'm the one and only.
Hottie Williams. You are just incredible, man, and I'm very glad to have casted you. You have been able to take my standards, throw it in the garbage, scrub it in as much dirt as possible, pick it up, and said, "This is your new standards now. You're welcome." And then flew away, and I'm just holding it, looking really sad.
I mean, honestly, we can even look at that second game. The reason I was dying is I was the one being focused by the enemy team. They didn't have any other option. They knew who the threat was. They had to shut me down. Which feels bad when you don't have any peel because your bot lane was trolling with the Syndra. You're trolling with the Rise. But
okay, so final thing I wanted to say about Camsterdam, and then I'll also get to my final question. But so you think the voting within Camsterdam and you, I just wanted to make this clear. Do you feel like it was unrightfully close? Like you clearly should be the MVP, or what's the more on point feeling about that?
Yeah, well, I think that you kind of look again. It goes back to the body of work, right?
Right.
I think it was right. Like we were close. We were close when it was all 5 of the members voting through. It was me, Na, and Cam, and then you guys decided to do another, and I won that one. And you guys decided to do another one, and I won that in the time limit. You know,
Yeah, on the nose time limit, yes, of course. I wanted to be a
So-
little bit more precise because it was a little unfair for the first one because it was like there was a tie and then I
Mhm.
didn't really specify a specific time, but then I counted it down so it was more fair.
Yeah.
You were ahead. You deserve it.
And like you even have the fact that like you can change your vote, and so like who knows if someone's just having fun by hopping back in and changing their vote to try and create controversy.
Of course,
That
of
being
course.
said, I think Cam deserves to be an MVP. And like
Okay.
that's my whole team. They're the best. Like
They are the best.
you don't hit the rift with a Syndra Cho'Gath and like just absolutely like, hey, we can play anything. Like that's the attitude we have. Like, hey, our team, we can be anyone in this league with anything, and sometimes our communication just falls through. And that's what we're really working on. I think you saw that in our first series, and we had some communication issues. I think you saw it cleaned up in this game. But I think when we're on point and we're communicating, like even in that Ezreal game, we were leading up until like I think 15, 20 minutes.
Right.
We had a 5K, and then we just had a little bit of communication breakdown.
Right.
But I think pound for pound, as far as skill and talent, I think we have probably the best roster in the league.
Okay. I got you. Yes, of course. Hottie Williams here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Hottie Williams, for this interview in particular here, man. You are just a treat. I very appreciate you, and I hope I can see more of that Hottie Williams brand in the very near future, man. Thank you
Yeah,
very much for
I need to hit the rift and show you guys how to Ramus, because we've played against it I think twice now, and it's honestly just been embarrassing to watch people handle Ramus. And who knows, you might even get to see my Mumu eventually.
I'll love to see it next week, man. But anyway, that's a 2-0 victory for your team here. You got the MVP this time instead of the Vagar here. But anyway, bottom line, thank you very much for this interview.
Yep, my pleasure.
All right.
Thanks
see
for
you,
the
man.
cast, guys.
Of
Later.
course. Every
See
time,
ya.
man. Every time. All right, Sonic Abs, looks like it's our final time here. Let's go ahead and take a look
Actually,
at...
can I? Would you be willing to do an interview over the stream if we're allowed to do that for the publishers of this Darkstar game?
Let me just take a look at what you're suggesting. Hazard and I want to talk to you after the
Just
stream.
for a small,
On or
small
off,
Q&A.
up to you guys. I think we could... I wouldn't mind doing it off. I mean, do you want to do it on?
It's up to you.
Okay. I think I'd rather just do it off because I kind of have to, like, use the restroom and everything, and I just want to do my shout-outs and thank everybody and so on. That's usually
You're
my thing.
good.
We
All right,
cool with that?
do your thing. Yeah, that's fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Army Overlord,
I'm Sonic Abs.
and I think that's how this story ends. Resurge, once again, perhaps the king of the best of three, as they seem to always find a way to get into the best of three matchups here. Force to be reckoned with, we'll find out in week 3. But in any case here, guys, thank you very much for watching. Want to thank as well Timothy, who happened to be Hottie Williams, who's been giving me all of these very important game match histories, which I've been using very, very sparingly and very thankfully. As well as it looks like I also got some help from L too, who was wanted to help me out in that situation, and at FNC Shadows, otherwise known as Buck Fama, who also wanted to give me assistance. And most importantly, thank all of you for watching. It's going to be a great match in the future. I love our 74 follows, so thank you all so much. I can't wait to see even more follows. We're going to get close to that 100 follow mark, and it's all thanks to you guys. See you tomorrow at 8 p.m. Good night, everybody. Oh, by the way, I won't be here. It's actually going to be...
I will be here tomorrow.
I'm technically going to be streaming, but I'm not going to be here casting. It's actually going to be Sonic and Mango tomorrow, which people haven't met Mango, but your guys are going to very much like him, in my opinion. Very chill guy. And Sonic's going to be there, so you guys are going to have some fun. See you at 8 p.m. Good night.